This program is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Night Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment. The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Watch out for... Blasting to you straight out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, starring Sierra, Sweet Cheeks, Alexia, and Mama.
Good evening, Las Vegas. Really, a cough after that?
Just say your goddamn line.
And people around the world.
Can we ever just do
it once all together, right?
No, it's got to be different every single show.
Oh, that's not a trademark.
If it's that is a trademark.
Got to be doing different every fucking time.
That is a trademark. The trademark is that the intro is the same words, but I always do something to annoy Mama.
Mm-hmm. She always comments.
Mm-hmm. I know she never just
one of these days.
Around the world.
One of these days she won't comment. She won't give her.
And then you'll think something's fucking wrong with me.
Yes, we will.
What happened?
Yeah.
Why you didn't say something when she went?
That's right.
God, who put a quarter in this bitch the last few weeks, right? Somebody wound her up.
We posted a couple of pictures because I just wanted them to be teasers of our photo shoot.
Oh, God. How fun was
They've
that?
gotten a lot of hits.
Oh, yeah. Do you think? And in fact, what do you want?
Sharpie right there.
Sharpie. And as a matter of fact, your picture, the little one that the teaser I posted of you in the tub with the bubbles,
Yes.
has been favorited on Twitter several times now.
Yay.
And nobody has tried to guess that it's your ass in the picture, but it's been favorited too.
That is just a warm-up, people. We had a great photo session the other night.
Let me tell you, my photo session extended past when y'all left. Let me just tell you.
I'm sure it did.
I even woke up in the morning to my camera going click, click, click. The fuck? I'm like, I'm trying to go click. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like
it's catching the drool coming out of her mouth as she's sleeping.
He was like taking a picture from the ceiling.
Did you guys spend the night in the hotel room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get a hotel room, might as well spend the night.
We left at like 7-ish. We had to get back to the reality.
There you go. Yay.
But I do want to say that during the entire night, there will be some naked pictures of us, but not for public display. I know they're going to go into some private collections because to do some of the shots that we needed to, we had to get naked. No, there will be no bribing our photographer. He is the consummate professional, and he will not release them.
But I will.
Without a proper
But I will.
Maybe of yours, yes.
We're going to do a coffee table book.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
No, it's
Madonna, right?
Well, that's what we could do. We could do a picture of one of us and then a story. And then the next one is a picture of one of us and then a story. That would be really
That
good,
would
right?
be a good
Cool.
coffee table book.
Or like one of our little funny like story things that we do, something like
Or
that.
quote
like that.
or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that Mama was naked the entire night.
Most of it.
Practically.
She was.
She was in her underwear all night.
If she wasn't naked, she was in nothing but frilly underwear. She just would not get dressed.
And we loved
As
every
soon-
fucking minute of it.
As soon it was time for clothes to come off or to change, she was in something sexy or nothing at all.
Because she's a hooker.
This is the woman who 2 years ago didn't even know what BBW was.
And I have to say, her ass is one of the softest things on the planet.
Isn't it though?
It's fluffy.
You know, I just have to say it was funny because I was trying to, when you do, I always watch, you watch the movies and you watch the different things. And when you do photo shoots and stuff like that, the girls just do it. And at first I was like a little bit intimidated or whatever. And after I'm like, and every time I was like not paying attention to what everybody was doing. And then I stopped and everybody was looking at me. And I was like, shit. I was just trying to be inconspicuous and just change. And they're like, what is she doing? Like, I'm like, oh, shit.
I will tell you, although, that when I was getting ready and getting my clothes together to go to the photo shoot, I was not expecting to get naked at all.
You surprised me.
I even brought my bathing suit for the hot tub, thinking we were, or not the hot tub, but the big tub, and I was going to wear
Yes,
my
we
bathing
are
suit.
all in one tub with Bubbles.
Yes,
And we're all naked in one tub with Bubbles.
we get home. Silent Mike went with us. We missed Cali guy. He should have been there because it was pretty cool to have the guys there, like rooting us on.
Yeah.
Well, they were rooting
No,
all right.
no, the best.
They were constantly adjusting.
the best fucking part. We're all in the tub, and I look over, and Silent Mike is doing a back army crawl underneath the fucking cord for the light, so he could get the shot that he wanted.
Up on the
the
mirror.
And I was like, "What is he doing?" Like,
Yeah, that was a backwards army.
Yeah.
crawl. It was, you're right.
But we get home and Silent Mike goes, I knew you'd get naked. I'm like, no, I wasn't planning on getting naked, but all the girls got naked. So, when in Rome, he goes, as soon as I walked in and saw the tub, I knew you were getting naked.
We all got naked.
well, that's like me as I'm packing and throwing stuff in, and I'm like, look. So if at some point I get down to these, and I showed DJ the cute pennies, I'm like, are you going to be upset? And he's like, no, good. I said, well, I just want to clear it ahead of time because I don't know what's going to happen or how we're going to do what we're going to do. So he's like, no, I don't have a problem. I was like, well, I just want to treat you how I would want to be treated. So,
Are you kidding me? He'd get naked without asking you
I
first.
know he would, and I don't know. But
I just don't understand why.
as a matter of fact, I don't know. He's supposed to have clothes on, but he actually got approached last night to be on
I saw
a big
that.
handsome man calendar. So
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. I
That's
saw that.
awesome. Yeah,
That's cool.
very cool. Yeah,
look
it was
forward
way
to that.
fun. I can't wait to see these photos.
I know. And why are you not
Am
on?
I not on?
There we go. No, you're
Cut
on.
my shit off. What?
Turn her up.
Turn me up.
oh Lord.
Well, no, I don't turn you up because you always get too loud.
I know it.
know.
Well, when she's talking, and then she goes, and that's when it gets like, you're like, oh shit.
Should blow your
She
eardrums
talks
out.
low. It's
I
like
have to remember when I laugh to go back here.
like when you watch the movies and the people are talking and it's really low, and then all this music comes on and you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
blown away.
like
I'm
that.
sorry.
So I know we're talking about this photo shoot. Photos will be released with the new season. This is the last show of season 3.
The last
It
live
is.
show.
The last live show. Next week we'll be repeating the first hour of our first year, second year, and third year, all in one little round loop.
It's like a
Cool.
montage.
It's our one Sunday. It's our one weekend off. We
Our
even worked
one-
Christmas couple
Our
years
one
ago.
non-sick day off.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and we've got a new website that's going to be premiering, new galleries that'll be premiering.
Lots of pictures on the new website, you guys.
right.
Lots.
There's a few galleries up now. I posted the link. If you go to our Twitter stream or our Facebook stream or our Google Plus stream, you can go find the link to go to where the new galleries are now. So, and then we have more to add, including the new season pictures.
And the new back season. Are we going to take are we going to put a gallery up for the behind the scenes of our photo shoot kind of thing?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have a gallery for that as well.
Right.
Pictures that the
That we
boyfriends
can't
took.
pictures that we can't release to the public.
mine are on X Hamster already.
Are they really? Hold on, let me pull up the link.
Sorry.
For those of you who are ogling the man at the end of the counter, we have David Brabham,
but that's okay.
Brabham.
Yeah.
David Brabham here in studio. He's with Simply United Together, and we'll be talking to him after our break.
He
And
has lots of other things to talk about other than
I
that.
saw.
Somebody
look.
mentioned ex-hamster to me, but that's
Oh,
not
look,
sure.
X Hamster is on
Also,
my
we want to make
favorites.
sure we ask him about pornography.
Pornography.
My grandma is listening to this. I'm just kidding.
I think you're the
domination.
Your ears, Grandma.
He told me that nothing is off limits.
Yeah,
nothing. I think that you guys are going to try to get me to blush. It's
Well,
not
I
gonna
told him
happen.
that we always
It's
make.
not
All right,
going
we're
to
challenged,
happen.
girls. We're challenged.
But David is a local Las Vegan, and he's doing some good works here in town.
Newly local.
Newly local.
Really local.
What? I'm looking at porn. I can't.
Do you know that David and I actually met on Plenty of Fish?
That's right.
Okay.
Plenty
right.
to the fuck off and die fish.
P to the O.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
chatted a little bit on Plenty of Fish, and we exchanged numbers, and then we never really met or anything. And then he was at Well-Rounded,
Well-Rounded,
and
that's
we
right,
met in the
that's
lobby
right.
last summer.
That's
So
right.
something good at POF. I
That's
met
right.
David.
It's a piece of crap, but oops.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
We call it P to the fuck off and die.
That's right. That's right.
So.
Yeah, I can tell you.
What do you?
stories.
Who's saying something in chat that's got you all intrigued over there?
Kelly Guy says, is there any way to see the pics for those of us without any bleeping stream.
No, we're not showing the pics on the stream.
No. No.
Oh, he
Why
thinks
not?
we're showing him now?
No.
not.
Well, I don't know what he thinks.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure he'll tell us. They'll be posted in our gallery. So
Eventually.
And you'll
Um,
probably get your own personal
our
book, Callie
season
guy,
starts.
so don't worry.
Right.
Yeah.
Our season starts February 10th. So our February 10th, 9th, 10th Sunday show. We'll have a brand new season. Do we know who we have booked for that?
We have
We
our
have Stu Bow.
That's right.
Stubo and
and
Andre.
And Andre Haynes from Endeavor Media
Endeavor
Group.
Media
So he said he may hop in tonight. So
All
Hey,
right.
I don't see the pictures.
What pictures?
I don't see your pictures on X Hamster.
oh David.
No, I meant
She
Mama.
was
Mama's
this lovely
pictures.
person here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that there's a new video, but I don't know.
I don't see a new video either.
Oh. Maybe he didn't post them.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's been editing it for the last 2 days, so
Well, he has to take time out every few, I'm sure, few minutes to take care of business while he's editing those.
I don't know. You have to ask him exactly.
Is
'cause
he still hormonal raging?
But you know what? Sometimes X Hamster, when you go to load stuff, it'll say timed out for a certain extent of time or whatever. So maybe he's still having a difficulty. I know he's been editing it and getting ready to post it. So I don't know if it's actually there
That's
yet.
funny. Funny.
You have to ask
Let's
him. I'm
talk
sure he'll tell
about.
you.
Hey, let's talk about all we like to talk about internet dating.
Right.
And how about go ahead.
Okay, so Callie Guy asked about on the Twitter stream, the Google Plus stream, or the Facebook stream. Links will be posted on the social media sites. Everything will be on our website
In 2 weeks.
in the gallery section. So you don't have to have any of those streams. All you have to do is just go to our website when it's up and running and brand spanking new with the gallery links, and then you'll be able to see all the pictures.
all
there.
of
So-
our pictures we just took. You're gonna put on there.
Everything's on there.
because we're going to be using them for the next year for advertising and everything. So that's the whole reason for it. So, but we'll have the originals there.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Maniteo, right? Is that his name?
I
Maniteo?
like that.
Man
He's cute as
tie.
fuck.
Man tie.
Whatever his name is, cute as hell.
It's Manti, but
Man
Manti?
Manti,
Is that like Mai Tai only?
Mai Tai, or
My tie.
He is this a cute Samoan kid, I
Yes.
think.
yeah.
Absolutely adorable. A football player for Notre Dame, and he was pranked, like huge, pranked, big time.
Duped.
Well, he had a internet romance with somebody that he said he felt never met. This goes to show that there are people who fall in love.
We know
I
lots
think
of
it's
them.
ridiculous.
It is.
And I would never get there, but fell in love. Seriously, like I'm gonna fall in love with you and I haven't met you. I don't fucking think so. But anyway, yeah. So no, I can like you, but I ain't gonna fall in
Right.
love with you until we meet.
But he's guilty of being young, immature.
Yes.
He's guilty of embellishment.
But you know what kills me about the fact that he's young? All the while I'm watching the interview and thinking this is a young man. Like, why are you in love with somebody you can't fuck?
Because he feels like
I know he's got hormones.
he just felt like he needed somebody, you know what I mean? And maybe at that point, and again, embellishment.
I see you're sympathizing
He-
with
I
him.
You
do.
know what?
I feel bad for the kid. I mean, you know
what?
We've all. I mean, let me just say this. I've been there. I met someone online who I talked to, but in this day and age, he didn't Skype with her. You know what I mean?
Well, he
never-
did, but it was always him, and hers wasn't up
That's
and
right.
working.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's correct.
Yes.
But it's like, where's the connection there? But he's young. Now, as old like I am, of course, I want to see things. You know what I mean? But at his age, maybe there was something about her. I mean, obviously, she ended up being fake, which is terrible.
But she said all the right things to him.
She
That's
did.
what mattered.
So do we know where this person is?
Yes,
though, that
they
was
interviewed
making
her
fun
on
of her?
CNN last night. It was
Right.
her photos that were used, and she never knew it until later. I mean, her name is totally different.
But, but
it's a
obvious-
man. It's a man that punked him, and used this other
The
girl's
voice was
photos.
right.
And they showed on
Okay.
CNN how, because there's
I'm just like, obviously he's
there's
heard a
voicemail.
voice.
Yeah,
so.
there's voicemail messages from her that he had recorded, and there's an app you can put on your phone that changes your voice to more feminine, and they showed it on CNN.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a man, but there was another girl whose photos he was using, and the girl is now known that it's her photos that have been being used.
I am sympathetic though.
I am
do
too.
you-
I
you're a
am
college
too.
kid.
At
you-
first, I thought when I first heard the story, I thought this guy's done this on his own. You know what I mean?
Right.
For publicity, wants to go pro, blah blah
Well,
blah.
there
But
was
did-
charges that maybe he was awarded the Heisman Trophy because of the grief that he was experiencing or whatever because she had died.
Well, then did you hear like she supposedly died a couple hours after his grandmother died? Then a month later, he gets a call from her that she's alive.
And the thing is, a couple of days after that, he was going for the Heisman Trophy Awards dinner, and even after that, he still said, he basically told the story again as if she was still alive, even though he knew that she had
Right.
Punked him.
punked him or.
Oh,
came
that's
out-
right. That's right. Yeah.
Exactly. So what happened with him was instead of just backing off from the story, because the original story was the assumption was he had already met her. All those
Well, and
years.
that's because he said that he didn't want to be embarrassed that he had never met her.
Right,
And you know
right.
what? I'd tell that same story.
But
I
it's
fell in
been
love with
years.
somebody I never met. I'd tell it I met her.
Well, it's been a few years.
He
It's
did.
different.
He did. He did say that he met her.
Right. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. He told the story to save face.
He,
Well,
he
there's a
didn't
difference
do
in-
he didn't do anything that any normal human being who was thoroughly mortified by what happened to them would have
Right.
done.
You're right,
Exactly.
you're
I
right.
get that.
He's not guilty of doing anything other than being human.
But he will be guilty in going into the NFL. He's going to be guilty of bad judgment. And when you're about to be drafted, they're gonna look at you in that story. I mean, let's face it. It's a big story.
It
It's not-
doesn't
it's not
change his
only-
ability to play
It doesn't
football.
change his abilities, but it changes
But
the
it does
mindset of
change.
people looking at him
That's
to
true.
say,
You're right. It would change the way people
Right.
view
You're gonna
him.
wonder what else did you lie about?
Well,
know.
you know what? Here's my thing. The NFL has a bad history of just allowing assholes to be part of their membership.
That's true.
Michael Vick is still an NFL player.
Hey, I'm an Eagles fan. Sorry.
I don't care whose goddamn team he's on. Makes no difference what team he's on. What matters is that the NFL allows him to continue to play,
Right.
even though he's quite possibly perpetrated one of the most heinous crimes an NFL football player has ever committed, except for the one dude who killed his girlfriend and then killed himself.
Okay.
And you know what? If that dude hadn't killed himself, I bet you the NFL would have let him play.
But
still,
you
too.
don't think that
so,
somebody
so I
gets a
don't think
chance?
that we have the right to judge this poor kid's ability to play football, especially if the NFL is going to allow people who have done way worse things than him
Right.
continue to play.
Well, there are guys. I mean, the Super Bowl's coming up next week, and Ray Lewis, who is the Baltimore Ravens middle linebacker, but he was charged with attempted murder, years and years ago. Now, of course, he got off with an obstruction charge, but now he's everyone's favorite. But the NFL let him back in after he was convicted.
Yeah,
so,
I
mean,
wanted to
I-
ask a
I-
question.
I-
The second
that's what
chance.
you-
Oh, okay. Okay,
I-
that was my question. You don't think that maybe Michael Vick had a chance to say, I really did fuck up, do his time, and come back?
No, because people who are into torturing animals like that are generally don't change
Well,
their
you can't
mindsets on it.
I mean, I guess I'm just say like he did his time, he repented, he's shown good judgment since then that
And that's fine.
everybody's
And
entitled to a second chance, I think.
I don't think everyone is entitled to a second
Mm.
chance. I believe some people are. Some people make honest mistakes. This poor kid made an honest mistake. That's all that happened. He's just being a human being. Michael Vick, not an honest mistake. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Well, I don't think that we can compare the two
No, we can't.
because
But-
one's,
But if we're gonna say, everybody's gonna base their judgment of this kid on this one human mistake that he made, then we have to bring up all the other amazing players that everybody absolutely loves who have done way worse
Right.
things.
I think I honestly don't care about his football career. I mean, whether he goes on or not. This is something that's a social thing more than anything.
right.
I think hopefully what the story will serve to do is to tell you that you should probably meet your significant other
Definitely.
in person
Before you fall in love.
before you decide you are completely in love. I know girls who just text people, meet them on POF or Match.com or any of those, and they just start texting, and then all of a sudden they're in love, and
Yeah.
they get hurt if they don't text them back.
We have
and
so many stories about girls who
so
he
many.
lives in Minnesota and I'm in love with him and we's gonna move out here and we're gonna get married and she never even met this bitch face to face.
And this
ridiculous
is
to me.
and
It's
it
totally
happens
nuts.
all
here's
the
the thing.
time.
It happens to regular people
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
Calypso has a story that she told. Well, she didn't, but she was going to wait 6 months to have sex because some guy asked her to that she had never
met.
met in person. She fell off that wagon really quick.
About 2 weeks, I think.
So we'll talk to her when we're going to have her on the show next season, and for an appearance. She's coming on as a guest. But even Calypso is susceptible to that. It happens to normal people all the time. So hopefully this whole story, all the jokes, all the stuff that's going on
It'll blow
Facebook,
over.
on the Daily
will.
Show,
It will
on all
blow
the
over.
national
But-
news sites will teach you.
It's
Eat
not
them
really
first.
going. It's not necessarily blowing over because there's a television show on MTV based on.
Oh, Catfish.
Catfish,
I
yeah.
love that show.
Okay, and I've never seen it. I've seen clips of the movie, and but that goes on every day. It doesn't matter what dating. You mentioned some dating websites. It doesn't matter. But the key is to before you fall in love, to meet the person.
Yes.
To touch them, to do whatever you want to do with them. As opposed to, hey, I'm in love and you're moving here 6 months from now.
Mhm.
I've had women tell me the same thing. I want you to be faithful, but I've never met you.
Right.
I still want you to be faithful, but I've never met you. But still be it's not happening.
Now, we do, Mama here. You met your man online,
Yes.
and you've married him,
I
and
have.
you've been together for how many years now?
12.
So tell us about the first time you met him, and were you in love before you met him?
Whoa, Mama's speechless.
I put her on the spot.
Okay,
She's talked about it before, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I met him in a chat room. We were in the chat from February to probably October, September maybe. Okay.
It's a long time.
Well, we were in there, and then he disappeared for like a month or so. And when he came back, I was like, hey, because I always we were in the chat, and then we also had at that time there was a voice chat as well, so we could connect the two. So we would be typing, and we could talk to each other at the same time. So I loved his voice, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Who's
it's
his
pretty
voice?"
sexy there.
And
DJ.
and he used to, even lower it even more, and he'd talk slower on purpose. And we call it the voice because even his sisters say, "Oh, you're using that voice again. You're trying to get her to do something for you, right?" But that's a whole nother story. But so we talked as friends for a while, and he knew that I was having issues in the relationship that I was, and he was getting out of one. So the initial part of it was kind of like we were going to help each other. And he's like, well, why don't you come out here, go to California where he was. And, we'll live together for a year. We'll just, whatever. And we talked about us hitting it off or whatever. And I was like, I kept saying, oh God, I can't remember what I said to him. Something to the effect of, well, we could always be friends. We could always be friends. I kept saying to him, we could always be friends. And we met in person. Is he saying something?
He said she wasn't complaining about the voice last night.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what? He just says shit to see what kind of reaction
I know he
can get
does.
from the group.
He likes, yeah. Anyway, so I kept saying, well, if nothing else, we'll be friends. If nothing else, and we ended up hitting it off.
So you guys.
So I did a 6 months before I moved in with him. 6 months of us going back and forth and visiting each other.
Okay. So
And then I
and
actually went out there and I moved in.
That's the perfect way to do it. If
Well,
you're
that's-
going to meet
yeah.
someone online, you
Mm-hmm.
get to know each other, get to make sure that you can spend a day together in the same room.
Right.
We talked for
Wake up
hours
to
on
the
the phone,
drooling
and
in
then
the
I went
morning.
for my first visit.
Right.
When I went for my first visit, I did not go by myself. I took my rough and tough baby sister with me, so in case I
Right.
was not alone. So I didn't do anything in the crazy way.
DJ,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. What does that mean?
Fuck you.
I'm assuming it was said with a breathy voice.
Vendetta says, I think Catfish has made it worse because now some people who wouldn't think about doing something like that to a person now has the seed planted.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
but on the other hand, it also makes people who maybe were naive be a little more aware
Be
of
aware of
and
it.
be a
Well,
little
and it
more
also,
cautious.
and it also, like I said before, that there was one that I watched where this guy wouldn't meet her, and they talked all the time, and they did all this stuff, and then Catfish brought it out on why the guy wouldn't. Well, he was self-conscious because he was a big guy, and he had been working on trying to lose weight, and he was really in love with the girl, but he had been working on himself to lose weight because he didn't want her to see him the way he was.
But that's just
And I'm like-
outright lying anyway. I mean, there are people who will sort of tell you that they're one thing and then they're something totally different. I mean, I can tell you blind
not
dates are-
always, not always
right.
lying. If you don't ask me, I'm
That's
not
true.
telling
Right,
you.
exactly,
There's a
exactly.
difference
But you
in
never
not
asked
lying.
me.
I
You
agree
never
with that.
Ask me if I was a big girl. I'm not going to tell
But
you
I-
I'm a big girl.
but-
So you see me and you like me, that's your choice. But you know,
But I mean, I've met women, when I was doing that, internet dating stuff. Now it scares the hell out of me. Can I say
Good
hell?
man.
Okay.
You
It
can
scares-
say whatever
I
you
can
want.
say
whatever the
okay.
fuck you want.
It scares the hell out of me. But I've met
Cocksucker.
women who I mean, I met one woman last summer before I moved to Vegas, showed up with no teeth.
Wow.
At all.
Oh.
And
Some
you know,
guys,
I
some guys
started-
like that,
I-
like
I-
that,
I-
David.
But I started making sure my phone rang in my pocket. Let me make sure. Hey, you need me for what? I'm meeting this girl. Yeah, okay. Listen, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh, we have that.
It's past my bedtime. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, but it's still past my bedtime.
Right.
So,
I work the graveyard.
I work the
shift.
graveyard. I've really got to go.
Some guys like that
I
teethless
know,
thing,
which is
though.
I need to
old.
wash my hair.
Whatever makes them happy, but that's something you tell somebody.
Right.
But I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
if you're
those
missing
things
an eye, you tell
exactly.
somebody before you meet
I
them.
think you should.
Or you have any kind of whatever. You have 10 kids that you didn't tell me about. I've had that happen. to
Oh,
me,
good Lord.
I've had it's just crazy stories.
Well, now there's two different frames of thought on the things you talk about
Right.
on a first date, and I suppose before you meet someone too. And that's that you don't discuss like past relationships or blah 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 blah. You don't talk about your kids. I think you
Or
should at
other
least mention-
BBWs you've dated in the community.
Right.
Well, that's the first date, but we're talking about if you're going to be chatting with somebody online to getting to know them, right?
And-
Right.
right, but
Right.
there are some people who say that you shouldn't divulge personal information like that to people online.
I think you should
But
share
on the other
everything.
hand, yeah, I think you should
Yeah.
find a good middle ground. You shouldn't give them your social fucking security number.
No, but you should tell them how many kids you got.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you should tell them
absolutely.
you at least have kids or
Do you have a stalker?
grandkids.
I mean, those
Right.
are things that you want to know. You want to know if
Well, my
that-
last husband died of mysterious circumstances.
Right.
That's probably
Why?
not something you want to
Exactly.
know.
I'm so brutally honest that sometimes I get them in trouble. Is that they want to know?
I sometimes be brutally honest on purpose to
Right.
run them away.
What happens,
I have commitment issues.
look, she's like, you want to see this motherfucker run?
I'm
Watch."
just hoping this Manti Teo story just makes it so that every person knows to meet the person if they're doing something online.
Now,
Or
now I
at
have a,
least-
I have a
Well, and
question
here's
about
the thing.
this.
Yes.
Here's the thing
I-
about this whole catfish thing and what happened to Manny.
why is
Teo.
it why is it
This
called
is-
catfish?
That
It's a term that they've termed for that kind of thing. It's like a new term. It'll be in the new dictionary.
I think
Okay.
it's probably because catfish are fucking bottom feeders.
could be
Oh, maybe.
very well.
But here's the thing about people who do this. They're bullies. That is
Mhm.
all they are.
Right.
This is
Who does what?
who meets people, lies to them online, gets them into doing this person who did this to Manny Teo is nothing but a fucking bully. He played with a person's emotions
Mhm.
and then crushed him.
Yeah, but you have to have some common sense about you.
You do.
You have to.
He should have been smarter enough to
Okay, I
at
have-
least Skype.
I
Well, he
have
was smart enough to be embarrassed by the fact that he hadn't
Yes.
met her.
Right.
Yes.
So,
okay, but do you
Good.
think it's more of a problem that it ended up being a joke or because it was a guy?
I think it was a mixture of both.
and
it
was the
wasn't
guy-
a joke.
was
I
the-
think it was somebody trying to be vindictive. It was somebody he
But,
knew,
I mean,
right?
But do you
Right.
think the guy? Oh, it was.
It was
somebody he
knew,
knew.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Because
so-
I'm thinking, was it a guy? Was it the guy was attracted
But
to
he
him?
had also-
And
No. It was a guy he knew.
just playing
and he had also
jokes.
checked into this woman to find out and people were saying, "Oh yeah, she's real. She's real." So he's getting to know all these different family members, and it's pretty much the same people, and they're probably on the other end just saying, "You're."
Because it was supposedly a
Well,
brother that called him to say
Right.
she had died.
Exactly, which is pretty sad. I mean, who wants to hear that? I mean, it's a pretty sad thing,
Right.
and they obviously didn't care about him. Now the other gist of it was wondering if they were going to extort him when he did
Right.
start to make money, and if that was the end game, then they fucked up. Okay,
Right,
because if
right,
that was going to
right.
be the end game to get him to, because by then he would have been in the pros. He's going to be a first round draft pick. He's going to make money, But if that was going to be the end game, they really fucked it up.
Right,
yeah.
So-
Vendetta posted a comment, and I'm not sure. I don't understand what he's saying, but maybe you guys can explain it. It's called the Batman effect. Before Batman, there were normal criminals, but once he turned up, it was a notch up, and then the criminals also turned up.
Yeah, before Batman, it was just regular bad
I understand
guys.
what
And
he's
then-
saying, but what is he referring to?
So before
Catfish.
this, right
the
before this,
bad guys have to
They're gonna
one-up
pick up their
hero.
game. They're
Right.
gonna put the bad guys will up
And we're
their
living
game.
in this day and age where all that stuff is happening. I
Right.
mean, the more technology, the more criminals are out there on the internet. I mean, there's scams. There are people, and no disrespect to the people, friends and family in Africa, but that you get those scams too.
Oh yeah, I had one. Remember the one I met on the dating site?
And
That
those
was...
things happen all the time.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I need to get my horse out of Djibouti.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me your address so I can send you a gift.
Exactly.
Not happening, motherfucker.
I mean, it's just as bad as, like, say, prison pen pals or something along that same level. It's the same scam.
Right.
I mean,
Hey, you're listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. We are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be talking to David from Simply United Together, which we have been already, but we'll be talking about serious stuff when we come back. All right, hold on.
I'm marching over you. Of the O'Leary clan. From behind Main Street Books. And I don't always listen to internet radio. But when I do, I listen to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com from 7 to 10 p.m. They're awesome. And I love them. When I'm not making fat chips behind Main Street Books, I'm listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City. Like them on Facebook. From the time. Follow them on Twitter. They don't know I follow them everywhere. And visit them at SinCityBounty.com. Sin City Bounty. Put the N in there. It's not bounty, it's bounty. I'm something Scottish now.
Find all of your favorite adult BBW babes on bbwgirltweet.com.
Hi, this is Joseph Peroni, author of the book From Grief to Relief. Listen to my show every Thursday at 2 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com. This show is dedicated to those who have loved and lost and have found or are searching for the personal power and courage to love again. Join me, Joseph Peroni, every Thursday at 2 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Heard online all over the world. Listen to the From Grief to Relief radio show every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Hi, this is Stacy, the Doxy Diva. And Sam, host of the new Hot Diggity Dog Show. Join us Saturdays at 10 a.m. as we talk about various subjects as they relate to dogs, such as health and wellness, training, responsible pet ownership, current news, rescued pets, pet events, and special guests.
So let us educate and entertain you on Saturdays at 10 a.m. here on Vegas Allnet Radio.
Let us bring out the dog in you.
Hot dog!
Get connected to your audience with Endeavor Media Group. Find them online at emgnv.com.
Embrace your endeavors and take it to the limit with Endeavor Media Group. Visit them online at emgnv.com.
If you're looking to further your acting, modeling, or athletic career, contact Endeavor Media Group at emgnv.com.
Endeavor Media Group is a sports and entertainment PR firm connecting its clients with audiences everywhere through movies, television, radio, publications, websites, mobile applications, and special events. Visit emgnv.com.
EMG represents clients of all sizes and in a variety of industries. The firm works with companies, organizations, famous individuals, and political groups to advance their interests, manage communication-related matters, promote products and services, handle issues, and mitigate specific problems. Visit Endeavor Media Group online at emgnv.com.
Welcome back, y'all. You're listening to the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. The final frontier of free speech. Y'all. You didn't like y'all?
It sound like hee-haw. Reminded me
Y'all. Y'all.
Cowboys are sexy?
Hell yeah, they are.
You know what? I remember the first time I heard Ted Turner speak, because you always heard about Ted Turner having so much money and being this powwow. And I remember the first time, hi, y'all. This is Ted Turner. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, before we get to David, I need to give out some shout-outs. Number one, I played a couple of VANR, Vegas All Net Radio promos during the break. One of them is Hot Diggity Dog Show. You guys have to check out if you like animals at all. The Las Vegas Hot Diggity Dog Show talks about animals, and they give you tips on how to care for your animals. They spoil their animals, just so you know. So the girls, Stacy and Sam, from that show, they called us the Dirty Kirby's. Said, Alexia's got a show, it's great, but they're dirty.
Dirty.
Sam has an English accent, which is really sexy. And she's a geek like me, which is really cool too. So And so a big shout out to those girls.
The
'cause-
Dirty
the
Curvies.
Dirty Curvies.
I love that.
And then the
We should
other
have a record a promo.
we
for it.
should.
We should.
And then the other promo that I played during this break was from Grief to Relief, and that's with Heidi and Joe. Joe is a former bodybuilder, and his.
Why hasn't he been on the show?
Actually, I was thinking about maybe getting them on the show. So
And
since
I'll trade seats with Mama.
But that's a really good show, and Joe has gone through a lot of stuff, and he wrote a book, and it's called From Grief to Relief, and they talk about philosophies that they have about how to live life in general, and to go from a lot of people suffer grief for all kinds of reasons, and ways that you can bring yourself back up. And they play great music on that show, and I love Heidi. She's awesome. So, well, Joe's pretty cool too, but I love Heidi. So those are my 2 shout outs. And now let's talk to David.
Hello.
Hello.
Who was very talkative during the first half hour.
I
which
love
is
it.
awesome.
We love it. We love it.
Well, should I have not talked?
No.
Talk all you want.
If you're
You're
going to
allowed.
be in here with a microphone, your ass better
Well,
be lip and flapping.
I'm afraid of all of you, first of all.
Lippin'
but
Why are you
Whatever,
afraid?
don't
Tell
be
us why
scared.
you're afraid.
All of you scare me. I
Don't be
Why?
scared.
Why?
I'm in a
Boobs.
for folks that you have to see this room. It's like there's no escape.
But what are you afraid of? What could we
There's
possibly
one way in and one way out.
What could we possibly do to you in this room, David?
I was
Yeah,
talking to
Calypso's not here.
my best friend this afternoon. Right, we're house hunting, and I said to her, I said, whatever they're going to talk to me about, I'm afraid. I said because Lord knows I've seen this program enough now to know that.
Are you going to put your penis on the table?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to do that. And
Thank
I'm not
God.
blushing. Number one, before you.
Oh, he's everything's going to say, and I'm not blushing.
It ain't happening.
Because we can't tell.
I mean,
Where's
Yes,
the
we
Sharpie
can.
at? Put it down there.
I'm a strong black man. It's not happening.
I got it.
Go, look.
Well,
Right down
now,
here.
we didn't
Will the
bring
mark
you.
go to
Please.
Sweet Cheeks side at
From-
least?
from what I-
Okay,
Keep it over
my
there.
sides would go around the room.
Now,
Anyway.
Oh!
Is that
Scary.
challenge number 2?
I think so.
Scary
Moving
fucking monster
my
penis.
My group.
Oh yeah, that's
We're
what we're
discussing my group. Okay, thank you.
Your group of penis?
Well, it could be. Anyway. my
Damn.
group. So, can I talk about Sut, please?
And how can we? I
Um,
was gonna say, not my understanding. I've never met David before.
Right, exactly.
Okay, and my understanding was he was coming on to talk about SUT,
As opposed
Simply
to
United Together. I
Thank
did
you.
not know we were even going anywhere near the personal realm.
Oh, but he's got so much good personal realm to talk about.
did.
And obviously a large personal realm from what he's saying.
There was.
Hi, Granny.
And from the horse's mouth
Hi,
that
Granny.
was
And
in my
penis.
phone said there is no subject that is off limits.
He did tell me that in the car on the way over too.
Right.
I was drinking.
Well,
so he's
It
that's
was-
twice.
It was a lot of
No, you're
tequila.
sober.
Right.
There was a lot of
I
tequila.
would like to know what
I'd
Simply
love to-
United
I'd love to
is.
tell you.
All right, let's
Yeah.
have a let's Simply United together.
Let's do the serious stuff and then we'll talk about
Okay.
your penis.
Wow, I-
Yeah, when we get out of family hour, we'll talk about
I
penis.
feel very hot right now.
Woo!
Anyway, Simply United Together was started by James Jones in May of 2011. Great guy. It was actually Facebooked. We started it started as a Facebook thing, and it's just expanded. We have 156 chapters, and in this country alone, in 49 states. I'm not sure what we're missing. I don't know. It could be Rhode Island. I don't know. And then we have chapters in Africa, Europe, all over Europe now, and the Caribbean. We're just expanding. My chapter has been doing some amazing things. We just did a canned food drive yesterday. I had a good turnout.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it was kind of nice, and I'm going to be donating that stuff to Shade Tree, which does amazing work in the city. Last month I was Dreadlock Santa Claus.
We did
We
see
saw
your
the
pictures of
picture.
Dreadlock
So
Santa.
I did Dreadlock Santa Claus, and I donated that stuff to. I had some great stuff coming in.
Tell us like the mission or the
mission is to
plan of
empower-
what do you
Well,
do?
it's grassroots volunteerism. What I
Okay.
mean? We're obviously not the United Way. We're not things like Volunteers of America, which is around the country, but we want people to feel like they have a voice, to help out people, to care about their communities all over the country, and whether it's Vegas or whether it's Phoenix, whether it's anywhere. I mean, it's all about trying to give back to, and also it's a good way to meet other people. What I mean, to get to know people and to try to encourage them to help people, which is all about. We all have to walk together, and a lot of us are, some of us are 2 paychecks away, some of us are 20 paychecks away. That's why we have a pantry initiative
I'm only half a paycheck away, just so you know.
Yeah, me too.
We're all in those situations. We have so many different divisions right now. We have a curves division, that we're putting together. We have a newsroom, which I help administrate because I'm a news junkie. We have a music division. We're putting together a television network right now. So there's all these different things that we're doing right now that I feel blessed to be the chairman. I don't know if none of you may know Darlene Durham. She's in the community, but she's my co-chairwoman, and a lot of other people, and we're all doing some good stuff here, and I'm happy. But the goal is to do community outreach. I mean, in essence,
wherever the need is.
Whatever the need is, and we're, there are lots of people who do have needs right now. I mean, especially with the economy and Shade Tree is overwhelmed. The rescue missions are overwhelmed all over the country. My background is working for almost 8 years in a homeless shelter in Seattle. So I saw people in states of survival every single day, and so I can't not give back. It's part of my, my mission in life is to always give back. Doesn't matter what I have or don't have. It's about giving back to everybody.
So
and,
what is the mission statement of SUT?
That is to walk.
To walk.
To walk. We all walk together. I mean, to paraphrase it, I mean, there's, depending on the day of the week, there's all these different types of things. But personally, I just think it's to walk together, to help each other together, to bring people together, to care about each other, and not to forget that your fellow man, your fellow neighbor, whoever doesn't have something.
Now, if somebody wanted to get involved now, what is your greatest need right now within your division here in Vegas?
I have like a 5 month right now, 5 months in advance what I'm doing. I mean, next month is Las Vegas SUT Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Nice.
Because that's big for me.
And what kind of things will you be doing for domestic violence awareness?
I'm putting it together right now. I think I'm going to be working. We're going to get some volunteers to maybe, help out at some of the domestic violence shelters. I think that's very important. We're also doing a Easter toy drive. I'm doing that. I'm also going to be doing another, I'm doing a water drive, because one thing about this, as it gets hotter, there are lots of homeless men and women on the street,
right?
And they need water. I mean, a lot of the shelters in whether it's Vegas or Phoenix or Seattle, they're overwhelmed, trying to get people in, so they don't have the room for people to come in. So a lot of those men and women are on the street, So it's important for me as in my group to make sure that they're okay, because I saw it. I spent 8 years in a shelter, working in a shelter, not living, but working in a shelter, and to see those men and women who were in states of suffering and survival, it still touches my heart, because I know that if I'm going up to Seattle next month, and I know I'm going to still see my clients. And they're still my clients. I feel like there's still people that I give a damn about, that I wonder about their welfare. There's a YouTube video of me that's out there. It's Family Adult Service Center, the shelter that I worked at. And I still remember the words I said is just all about saying hello to somebody and saying, hey, I'm here,
Yeah.
So my group is part of a worldwide effort to do the same stuff. Again, we're not the United Way. We're not Volunteers of America. We're not all those other organizations that do very well. I wish we had those I wish I had thousands of members in Vegas. But in Vegas is a city that people sometimes don't really want to come out, and there's so much to do here.
Right.
And I'm discovering that, but I still love it.
How many members do you have right now in Las Vegas?
Right now in Vegas, I think I have 150 members.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty good.
Which is good for me. I need cabinet members. I need someone to do security for me. We need security. Security, from you ladies actually too.
Oh,
but we also need.
I believe DJ is for hire.
Yeah, I saw him. He's a nice guy. I talked to. I don't know about the voice, but okay. Anyway,
that's in
quotes.
The voice.
The voice. It sounds like one of the Temptations who had the voice. But anyway. But yeah, so I would love to have some people, work with me.
So let's say I was interested in coming down and volunteering. So I would contact you.
Yeah, we're gonna have another meet and greet. I think February 23rd or 24th or something. I don't have a specific date, but I know that's what's gonna be. And I've been doing my meet and greets at the Plaza. I love the Plaza.
It's a nice place.
I love it. I think the lobby of the Plaza is amazing, and
So you guys just sit in those.
We sit and we just hang out
there?
and we talk and we discuss and we, I want my group to have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want it to be some serious-minded thing that you're, oh God, I got to go to another SUT meeting, oh God, and all that stuff. I want it to be fun. I want us to know that what we're doing is not only are we giving back, but we're becoming friends. We're communicating with each other and we're caring about each other, and we know we're giving something back, and we know when we go back to our houses or our apartments or our cars or whatever it is that we've done something good for the community. And I don't know Las Vegas that well, being here only for, since July, end of July, middle July. I mean, I thought Las Vegas was just a strip in Fremont.
That's what everybody does.
I didn't know anything about Summerlin. I didn't know anything about
Henderson.
And I spent a lot of time in Henderson today, house hunting, and it was great. But I didn't know anything about those type of areas. Now I'm realizing it's an urban area with a lot of needs, and I feel like my group and myself, we can do that. We can do a lot with this community because there's so many needs here. There are people who are out in the street every day. I mean, the addiction issues here are just amazing. I mean, in Seattle, I dealt with, drug and alcohol. I dealt with, mental health. Here, it's obviously gambling, which is a major deal.
Gambling
is huge. Sex, obviously. Another one of my programs will be that I'm going to be trying to work with teen prostitutes. That's something that I'm putting together right now, because there are not many shelters for teen prostitutes in this country that are going to be able to. I mean, if you're a girl and you're unfortunately turning tricks on the street and you're 14, 15, 16, sad to say, but if you're out in the street and someone kind of wants you to go into a shelter, more than likely you're not going to want to go. They're going to try to send you to a regular teen shelter like Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. Well, they've been around adults. They're not going to want to be necessarily with those type of kids. So one of the missions that I'm putting together with some people to see if we can sort of find ways to get them into better situations, to get them off the street. A lot of my clients in Seattle they were young prostitutes,
Wow.
so youth empowerment for me is very important to me, just as well as domestic violence is very important to me. Those are my two big things, and my group, hopefully those will be some of the things that we're going to be as part of our mission going forward,
Now, do you find that when you're working, especially in a field that's highly charged like prostitution, do you find that you end up doing more than just helping them get out of being prostitutes, but you're also helping them get over drug addictions or mental health counseling?
Well, it's all diagnosed in some way or another, because you have to, whether it's a teen prostitute or whether it's the average male or female on the street who is a drug addict, a lot of times they have mental health issues at the same time. So trying to get them into a treatment center is the hardest thing in the world, and especially when you're talking about a teen prostitute. I mean, that wherever she's run away from, because obviously they don't live here. I mean, they're just coming in because of some pimp or whatever you want to call it. A lot of those girls don't want to go home, and not just girls now. And there are more and more young boys who are being exploited. That's the dirty little secret that people don't talk about. It's always about the girls.
But there's boys out there too.
There's boys out there who are being exploited every day, and I would encourage all of them to seek help.
You have a lot of. It sounds like you have a lot of irons in the fire. There's a lot of things that you want to do.
And I love my irons. I love it. I wouldn't trade what I do for anything. I mean, spending all those years, working in a daytime shelter, doing the photography stuff. I enjoy life. I enjoy being able to give a damn about people every day, to know that, well, my grandma's 92, so when I'm gonna live till way past. She's gonna be 120. Trust me. The way she's acting today. But I want to give back, and I want people to know that we can all give back, and we can all, because we all have to walk together. And so it's not about giving $1 to the homeless guy that's on 215 or whatever the expressways here, but just saying hello. I mean, I don't give money to anybody, I just don't. I've learned not to. And I've been consistent about it for almost 10 years. I just don't give money to homeless men and women. I just can't, because if I give you a quarter, I'm going to have to give you a quarter. And then before you know it, I'm walking around in circles giving everyone a quarter. And before you know, I have no money. So I'm on the street too. So to give back is important. And giving back to me is the same. What can my group do to help a family, or to help, whether it's Shade Tree and Nevada Partnership or Homeless Youth or whoever else is doing stuff?
So we have a question in chat from Vendetta, who lives in Florida, and he's one of our biggest fans. He wants to know, would you consider teaming up with other organizations like the Wayne Foundation?
You know, I can't make that decision. I'm sure that somewhere above me, because there's a lot of layers in set right now, and I think that would be something that I would love to do here in Vegas. You know, I would love, as I'm doing the next toy drive, to get together with different organizations to co-promote. I've talked to different, you know, groups here, you know, about doing that. I mean, some of the work is very intense, you know, and I have to be careful because I know that I can get really overwhelmed with it. And that's what happened in Seattle. I got so overwhelmed. You talk about young people. I was almost about to break my boundaries because I saw some young girl who was 20 years old who had been turning tricks since she was 12.
Wow.
And she had been on the street and she was probably, I mean, and I saw hundreds of people every day. I saw 400 people every day, 4 days a week. And she was probably, in all those years, probably the first person that really, I felt like, geez, I want to take her home and put her on a couch and do whatever, you know. So I don't necessarily want to do all the work as I go forward. I'm open-minded to everything. You know, hey, help me if you can, bring something to my table, and I'm the happiest guy in the world. You know, so.
Now, do you ever like any of the different shelters or whatever? Do you ever call any of those and say, hey, you know, what's you guys' hot thing that you really super need right now?
I do.
Anything like that?
I do find out because I know the thing about homeless shelters and whether it's, again, any city in America, is that people forget that they have needs, you know, every day of the year. You know, it's not just the holiday
Christmas,
season.
right?
Not because, I mean, the holiday season. I mean, and I know friends who are guilty of this. They can't wait to volunteer for a Thanksgiving meal to give to a homeless person. They can't wait for the Christmas dinner to volunteer. But you're forgetting, you know, in the middle of February when there are people who have needs. So I always call up Shade Tree because I'm trying to get some folks, you know, to, you know, help them out, whether it's or Habitat for the Humanity or any of the other organizations that are around the city that we can do something for. We know we don't have money. I mean, this is all out of pocket. Let's face it, you know. But what we can do is help as many. If we can help you on the back end, we'll feel like we're doing something good, you know. Which is all that matters to me, is that, you know, hey, let's care about people, you know.
Point you in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Help you out,
exactly.
whatever, yeah.
I have lists because I spending all those years working in a shelter in Seattle, I know this stuff, and I care about people because I can spot a person, you know, an addict on the street. You know, I can spot someone with serious mental health issues on the street even before anyone that's with me can spot them. I mean, if I'm driving around, I see them, and all I want to do is reach out and help. You know?
I can just imagine a drive down the strip with you. Ooh, hooker,
crackhead. I will tell you, my friends all over the country they've driven. I'm like, she's a hooker. How do you know she's a hooker? Because I guarantee she's gonna walk up and ask, you know, for something. Okay, trust me. And we're standing. No, I don't need a date, sweetie. When I'm 99 years old and I can't get it up anymore, then I'll pay for it. But not right now. You know.
Well, I pay for it if you can't get it hard.
That's true. But I'll spot that, and sometimes I wish I could turn that energy off, but I can't. I see it all the time. It doesn't matter where I am. It's part of my makeup, and I hope it's part of everybody's makeup to care about people, to again walk together and to do the things that we can do. You know, I mean when I did a video with the shelter in Seattle, the 4 people that they were interviewed, you know, were clients of mine, and they're still in various stages of being out in the street. But I watch that video once or twice a month just to remind myself that I'm not hot shit. You know, that I know that even though I had the job, even though I was getting paid good money to work in that shelter, I'm not hot shit. That could have been me. My best friend from high school, I saw him do crack for the very first time. And I was smoking weed. Can I say smoking weed? But I was smoking weed when I was 16. Hi, Mom, Grandma. But I saw him pull out a crack pipe, and that could have been me. So I thank God every day that it couldn't have been me. That it wasn't me.
Right.
That's all I have to say. I'm rambling on now.
Well, I was going through. This is a Facebook group that you can go ask to join.
Yes, you can.
It's called From the Desk of the Las Vegas chapter of S.U.T.
Right.
Simply United Together. And then it says here that you have been running the SUT newsroom page.
I do. I'm a news junkie. I'm a political junkie. That's what we have in common.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the election.
We talked about a lot of election. A dreadlock brother just walked in.
It's dread night. My pussy's wet. It's dread night in the bounty.
So yeah, join my group, please, and you guys are gonna have a good time.
This is great. We're gonna be. I posted a link already, and I'll be posting more links during the week after the show is done, so you guys can go and join if you're looking to volunteer. It's once a month. Something you pick something once a month.
I pick something and I talk to my group about it, and we decide
figure out ways that you can help,
and we can do something. And I hopefully as we go forward we'll do more stuff. But right now it's easier just to put together something for a month and be really happy with it.
Now, did you move here to start the Las Vegas chapter?
I moved here because I lived in Phoenix for a year and a half, and I didn't like it. No disrespect to Phoenix, I just didn't like it at all.
It's kind of persnickety down there.
Yeah, too many
stuck up bitches.
Stuck up. Well, the women. No. Sorry.
Scottsdale has overtaken Phoenix way too much.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Scottsdale either. The women there were just crazy.
Yeah.
Women are crazy everywhere.
Well, that's true. Vegas women are a little bit.
Men are douchebags everywhere too. So,
Vegas women are a different kind of crazy.
Some Vegas women are. I was going to say some Vegas women are easy. But anyway, especially after drinking.
Wait. There's Vegas women who are easy and Vegas women who are crazy.
They're both. It's a mixture.
Wow.
You know what?
It's
all a matter of what the circle you run around.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, if you're hanging out in the strip at 2:00 in the morning,
you're gonna meet nothing but crazy people.
You're gonna meet and easy
both
women.
Ways.
And easy women.
Oh damn. I'm crazy and easy.
You know what? I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I get out of that one.
Sorry.
How do I get out of it? High five.
But you're easy. You're not easy. Neither one of you, obviously.
If we out at 2:00 in the morning and we out at 2:00 in the morning,
quite a around and you have the big.
Depends on how much Bacardi I've had that night.
Exactly.
If my Avina bottle is full or empty.
I knew I was getting myself in trouble.
See, I told you.
I'm not concerned.
I tried to get you out, David. I tried.
I know I should have been listening, but I said no.
You're
I
out
can handle
till
this.
7.
Well, that's a different story too.
Just checking.
That's when I'm out. Wandering around 7 in the morning looking for.
No, out until.
Looking for what? Finish your sentence. Looking for.
Here, let me save the whole conversation.
Talk to the other black man with dreadlocks.
There's no. I'm going to guarantee, David, once you've lived here for a couple of years and you're used to the coldness of winter and the freaking inferno of summer, you can't live anywhere else.
Well, that's what I've discovered. I mean, I think that more so, it's once you get past the spectacle.
Yes.
Of the strip, and exactly. And Fantasyland, as I call it, then it's a great town to be part of.
And if you decide to buy a house in the Henderson Green Valley area, then you're lost to the actual city part.
Yeah,
Vegas
but I like that area.
So.
He was looking over in my area.
I was looking all over the place because it was obviously I want to hang out with her, and that's a good thing for me because she's my buddy, and even though I think she scares the hell out of me. But,
but that means if she's with you, she'll scare the hell out of everybody else.
That's why I steer the conversation with her to politics, and then we're okay. It's safe for me.
I don't know. That's a heated subject.
Is that the problem? Like I scare men?
You scare
Vega,
me.
do I scare you?
No.
Thank you, baby.
He's over here.
That's why he's sitting way
he's
over there.
Here. Come on.
He's sitting in the hot seat.
Yeah, there you go. He's been in that hot seat before. He knows.
But I'm not okay. But yeah.
David swears we can't make him blush.
They've been trying to get me to blush.
So what are you guys doing this month? What have you done for the month of January?
Right now, I just finished doing a canned food drive.
Canned food drive.
Did an amazing thing with some people
and who was that for?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna probably be donating all that to Shade Tree.
Nice.
Because I like Shade Tree and I think they do amazing work.
They do.
And I think that they're one of the best, and they have some great funding sources, and I want to tap into their funding sources because I want to talk to everybody over there, and I also want a full-time job with them too. That's why I'm saying nice things about them.
I know my private profile follows them on Facebook, and whenever they post, I know they just posted they needed a new washer and dryer, so I reposted anything they post. Always reposting.
I mean, and most shelters are always needing something, whether it's clothes or whether it's, like men need the things that men need are usually underwear and socks.
Right.
Okay. You'd be surprised how many shelters.
I know some non-homeless men who
right, they always need those.
And women, and it's funny because the women.
Like right now, I know B Big ain't got no drawers on because he needs underwear.
Oh.
Should I say I don't wear? Should I say I don't? Should I say I don't wear underwear either? Because I have. Well, that's another story.
Commando.
Yeah,
wait a minute. I am
moving on.
Beautiful black men with dreads on, and they're both don't got no drawers on.
Let me change spots with you.
Yeah.
That's part of life.
My pussy is wet.
Moving on.
Well,
as I said before, hi, Granny.
Before we move on and come back and talk about your personal life.
Oh boy.
We're gonna take a quick break.
Because you can switch with me.
So when we come back, stay tuned. We got clubs coming up and more of David from Simply United Together.
Follow your favorite BBW porn stars on Twitter. Find them all at bbwgirltweet.com.
Get connected to your audience with Endeavor Media Group. Find them online at emgnv.com.
This guy's out of control. Who authorized this type of music?
He's live and unabashed, playing classic shit.
Don't you say it!
The Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Listen to The Kevin Jackson Show, 2 to 4 p.m. every Wednesday on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
If you're like me, you listen to Nights Over Las Vegas with the Commander every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on KLAV 1230 a.m. But during the week, do you need your dose of the music that everybody knows? Well, don't fret. You can listen to rebroadcasts or even download a podcast of Nights Over Las Vegas with the Commander on VegasAllNetRadio.com. That's right. Take the Commander home with you tonight, any night. Just visit VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Join us at the annual trade show where all your favorite adult BBW performers will be. BBW Fan Fest 2013, coming July 26th, 27th, and 28th here in fabulous Las Vegas. Find BBW Fan Fest on Facebook for more info.
Welcome back to the curvaceous bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com, the final frontier of free speech, bitches, where you can say whatever the fuck you want, and right now we're going to talk about clubs.
Hey, if you want to get your club mentioned on air, go to Nationwide BBW Club Calendar on Facebook, post it there, and we'll get it on the air for you. ChicagoBBW.com presents that 70s and 80s dance Saturday, February the 2nd, 10 p.m. $15 cash at the door. For info, go to ChicagoBBW.com. It is the grand reopening of Plush the Nightclub. Woo-hoo! Saturday, February 2nd, Las Vegas at Wish. It's no cover. 7700 South Las Vegas Boulevard. For more info, go to PlushTheNightclub.com. Thursdays are always thick at the Power Exchange Las Vegas. For more info, go to PowerExchange.com. Excellence BBW Winter Weekend in Vegas, February 7th through the 10th at the Tuscany Hotel and Casino. For more information, go to excellencebbw.com. Hold on a second. I'm going to interject. Who's the 12-year-old that just walked in the door? Like, seriously? This is an 18 and over only group. You know, we're going to talk about sex. Have you filled him in? We're going to ask you about your penis. Okay. Club Deluptuous BBW Party Gras 2013, Orlando, Florida. Saturday, February the 9th. For more information, go to www.clubdeluptuousbbw.com. BBW Midwinter Dinner in Atlantic City. Saturday, February 9th, hosted by BBW in Myers, Delaware Valley. It's East Bay Crab and Grill. For more info, go to email bbwadmirer2007@aol.com. Club Attitudes Mardi Gras Party 2013. Saturday, February 16th, Eaton Tavern, Toronto, Ontario. Hail Canada. You know what that means?
They got little penises in Canada.
Canadian men have little
BBW
And the
Club-
women have little vaginas.
That's right. BBW Club Catalina's 80s theme party,
glad you're
Saturday,
Canadian?
March 16th at San Diego, California. Go to bbwclubcatalina.com for more information.
Dallas, Texas BBW Bash, March 22nd through the 24th at the Holiday Inn DFW Airport South. For more info, get a hold of our buddy Stu Bow at excellencebbw.com.
It is the official grand opening of Club Thicolate, Saturday, March 30th at 9 p.m. It's at Stinger's Bar and Nightclub in San Bernardino, California.
The 10th annual Beach Bash, May 1st through the 5th in Cocoa Beach, Florida. I want to go. Bash fees include parties, games, contests, and all meals. For more info, go to bbw-beach-bash.com.
It's the plus-size, thick and curvy cruise. They set sail on February 2014. It's a 7-day Caribbean cruise. $25 will reserve your room. For BBW's BHMs and their admirers, for more information, go to Facebook/groups/plus-size-cruise.
For this and all of your club info, go to Nationwide BBW Club Calendar on Facebook.
That's right.
Go, bitches.
It just got all hot up in here. Look at all these fine ass men in this room.
I know.
And the teenager.
Before we move on with David, I got a couple more shout outs. First of all, I want to say I don't know if I'm going to pronounce these names right, but Vasily Revolverov, Yusef Mad, you two who liked about a couple dozen of our pictures or so on Facebook. That's awesome.
Thank you.
But the biggest shout out has to go to Sakir Topuz, who in one sitting from in a 1 hour span from when I originally checked it to when I checked it again, sat through and looked through all of our pictures and liked 72 of them.
Woo! We are 72 with the hotness.
Dude.
And then the other shout outs I have, I played during the break a couple more Vegas All Net Radio show commercials. One was from Kevin Jackson, who we've had on the show. He's got a new single premiering very, very shortly. And as soon as he does, we're going to get him back on the show so all the girls can get their pussies wet or whatever.
Yeah, but you never let me touch.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
You can look, but you cannot.
That's why they
touch.
put me here.
And
I
for those of you
know.
who were listening, or you can always rewind the video if you decide to go watch our archives on YouTube, or you can rewind the audio when you download us from iTunes. That was yours truly, Alexia, on the Nights Over Las Vegas commercial being the sexy hoe that I am. So shout out to the commander.
Amanda.
So now we're here with David. We talked all about Simply United Together. If you're looking to volunteer, you're here in Vegas and you want to get your feet wet with doing some simple volunteering and helping out, this is a really good way to make some really good friends and to make your resume look good if
That's
you're
right.
in college or even in high school and you just want to get some stuff under your belt and do some good in the community, because David is absolutely right. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. They're going to be tackling something once a month and maybe even more once they get bigger. Contact David or just go on Facebook and find From the Desk of SUT Las Vegas.
That's right.
But now
Yay.
let's talk about his penis.
Let's not talk about my penis. Thanks for sharing. What?
Well, you just told. Wait a minute.
David,
back up.
can you move a
Because
little bit?
you
Yes, yes.
told us that your penis could wrap
No,
around
I
his
did not
desk.
say that.
Yes, you did.
Granny.
It's on tape.
Granny,
Every time you say you
I'm
didn't say
waving
that,
to my
then
granny who's
rewind that
92
shit.
years old.
Rewind that shit.
Now, okay.
Rewind.
So when I was sent the little bio about you.
Oh boy.
It's a
Yeah.
great little bio about how you grew up in Philadelphia and
right.
all this.
Mhm.
On the playground where I
but
spent most of my days.
then there was a space. It was a very short bio, which is great. We like short bios.
Bel Air now.
And then there was a very short space, and then there was a line that says
Ex-porn star.
should I talk about being a porn star?
That's before
I have to tell you, in the car coming over, David had no idea about like what I had done. Okay.
Right. And
So we're
exchanging-
driving, and he
Right.
says, "Well, you know, I've done porn."
Right,
and I
right,
said,
right.
"So
Me
have
too.
I." I said,
Yeah, look,
I was like,
it's
Google
the
me.
porn corner.
Google me.
Right.
So then he goes,
I'm only the amateur.
So then he says, "Well, I've done this," and I said, "Well, you know, I'm
Tell
that
the
you gotta
world my
twit pick that
private
shit."
conversation.
Wait a minute, and then I go, "You know, I'm
nothing
you
private
know,
with us. We share every.
you know, I'm a
everything, not
stripper."
everything. Hold on.
Look, I
we
said,
were all just naked in a bathtub together.
With
We're going to talk
bubbles.
about
Right,
your porn.
right.
So anyway, it was like we're trying to up each other. I said, "Well, you know, I'm a stripper, and you know I done this.
And we were just
and
going
we're
back and
going. He
forth.
goes, no way, not Miss Political. You're not a
Yeah,
stripper.
because that's what we know each other. We're just so we're political with each
So,
other.
no, you're not getting out of this. You
I'm
got to tell
trying
us
to.
about your porn.
Porn days, yes.
You
Tell us. And he
promised
has.
no
He does have
subjects
something on
off
X
limits.
Hamster too. He did
Oh,
confess that.
Shit.
You really did. Hi, Granny.
Let me pull up my lips hamster.
Wait, you told us nothing is off limits here. So
You walked into that trap, motherfucker.
My grandma.
He's blushing.
Right now.
He is
I am not
blushing. Is he blushing?
No, I am not. Come
Yeah.
on.
Trust me.
But,
We have made every black
Nah, it
man
ain't
on this show
happening.
blush.
No, it ain't happening.
yes, we have.
Anyway, yeah. So about 10 years
Penis.
ago, are we talking about penis?
Penis
now?
that wraps
Yeah,
around the
that's
dad.
stop distracting him. I want to hear about his porn career.
Okay,
Right.
tell me about your porn career.
So back in Philly, I ran into a buddy of mine who was doing porn. He said, "Hey, why don't you get into this?" And I'm a photographer, so I got into it for
That's
a little
the
bit.
wrong side of the camera.
Uh-huh.
Just saying. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Sorry.
can I continue? So we created a bunch of websites for me, and
What was
the
your
re-
porn name? Come on.
I had no porn name. I was David. I was.
Oh, come on.
Should I say what the websites were?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good lord. Hi, how are you? Pleased to meet you.
She's gonna go look too. So
Was it fat chick porn or just all porn?
It was all porn. It was
Anything you could put it into,
it was,
right?
It was a hole, just a hole.
It was
I saw a movie like that.
It was Guy's Lucky Day.
Guys, lucky day.
It
Write
was-
these down so we can look them up.
Should I really say this?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. It was
Guys Lucky-
herfirstbigcock.com.
Ooh, it must be a
God.
really big cock if the
I mean-
movie's named after it. If the movie's named after the
I was
cock, it's worth looking
warned.
for.
I was Dave. You're gonna lose your. No, I'm okay. I can handle this. shit.
GuysLuckyDay.com.
And
Threesome
anyway, there was
porn.
huge.
Threesome
Move
porn!
on.
Yes.
No.
No. I
Okay.
mean, yeah. No. Tell
Yes.
us all the names.
You are just really helping me, man. I mean, a fellow dreadlock brother. We supposed to stick together, right? No, not at all. He was like, "Fuck you.
No,
You're on
no.
your own now." kid."
Only because he wants to break into the porn industry.
Okay. Anyway,
probably.
then the other one.
I can help you
okay.
with that. You need a partner?
Okay, the other one, and you can go to adultstaffing.com. It's a good site.
Oh, adult
a
staffing.
great site. It's a great site.
Staffing.
Adult staffing. If you ever want to get into the business, go to adultstaffing.com. The other site, I'm being honest with this, was I said Huge Dick's Little Chicks.
Wait, who's what? Huge sticks.
Little
It's
Chicks.
another movie named after the cock.
It's Huge Dick's Little Chicks.
It's got to wrap around this
It was
desk.
a big website
Dick's
10 years
Little
ago.
It's
Chicks.
another
I
scary
got
monster
out of
cock.
the
Let us
business.
mark where it goes.
Why do
I
all
got
you black
out
men
of
have
the
scary
business.
monster cock?
I'm out of the business.
Scary
Yeah.
monster
I'm
cock.
working in social services.
I
now.
have my Sharpie ready.
Let me tell you,
Vendetta
porn
says,
is a social service.
Vendetta says, "Homeboy blushing,
I'm not blushing.
got a brother turning purple."
You're on the dark side, so purple is
it's
your
like
color.
a dark side to me, right? I'm nervous. She's sitting next to me.
Why me?
She's the married one.
I'm scared. I'm scared shitless of her. Anyway,
She's scared of all of
I
us.
am. I knew walking in this door. What the fuck am I
That's
getting
right.
myself into?
I'm gentle.
You know, like, oops.
Whatever.
Getting into, yeah.
Whatever. So now, Sweet Cheeks met you at a Plush, which is a BBW club.
No, we met on POF, and then we met in
well-rounded.
And then you went to
right, because
well-rounded.
okay.
He had moved to
So I
town.
want to
I just
ask
moved
you.
here.
I want to ask you about your BBW likes, or
Dislikes?
do you just like all women?
I like women,
You
but
like
I
women?
like thicker women, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But the Vegas community is definitely different compared to Seattle,
We've
Philly.
heard that.
It's fractured. I think that
Vegas's BBW community is
I think
fractured.
it's fractured. I think
Don't
so
shock us.
I think so many people, I mean, I feel like it's fractured. I feel like there's too much,
I don't.
There's too much gossip. There's too much.
It
there's too
is.
much-
Oh,
It is
yeah.
fractured.
Like,
There's
talking
Nobody
to
ever
Rex.
gets
You know what
all
I'm saying?
together.
So no one gets together
You're right,
and
you're right.
hangs out. Whereas in Seattle, the community's got
That's
together.
why.
all the time.
See, I think it's up to us to pull them all
Right, that's what
together.
I'm saying. I mean, and this may be a forum for that, but in Phoenix, everyone got together. They hung out together. In Philly, they have when people go to Philly Bash, which is another bash there, they all come together. You know what I mean?
Philly Bash is huge.
Right, Philly Bash is definitely huge. Atlanta, the BBW women there, they get to. It's not that sort of negative energy, but when people talk about Vegas, there's this sort of negative energy with it. And not to say it's a bad thing, but it's more like, well, this person likes that person, so you shouldn't like her.
That was back in the days when there was Team Juanita and Team Jacob.
Right.
Well, and you know what? It's nice to see
they're slowly getting over that.
Yeah, they are. But now you've got Team
Takeover.
Yeah, Team Takeover. That's kind. But see, I think there's plenty of room for all of us.
So do I.
There definitely does not need to be that kind of.
Well, if you
Well,
could have,
this is what I've noticed in the last year or so, that there's a lot of crossing the lines now. There's a lot of people at Plush that are
I agree.
at Juanita's
Right.
BBW Club Las Vegas, and a lot of those go to Takeover, and then Club Phoenix. There were a lot of people there, and there's a lot of line crossing now.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of the negativity, as it were, is trying to go away because of the people who are willing to cross the line.
Exactly.
Well, and I think
So-
that what Vegas needs is more social activities, not
Right.
necessarily club environment. Because people that like clubs are going to go to clubs no matter where, as long as they can dance and drink.
Right.
Okay, so the people that we're talking about, like the Plush,
Can't we all just have a picnic?
that's what I'm saying. Picnic, bowling, places where people can be
Well,
more social, karaoke, things like that.
There needs to be more other activities too. I mean,
That's what I'm referring
there
to.
needs to do that, and I think that's what's missing in the city. Is that I mean, you're right. It's all about the Friday or Saturday night club nights. But what else do people do during the
Right.
week?
Now, you know what, David? We don't want to talk about clubs no more. We want
We
to
are
talk
talking about
about
clubs. See
what
what
you like about fat chicks. Are you a boob man? You an ass man?
You a belly man?
Do
thigh
you like
man?
toys? Do you always use a condom? Are you into oral
Wow.
sex?
Is it 9 or 10 inches?
It's 11 and a half.
Are you
Anyway,
circumcised
moving
or
on.
not?
Hi, Granny. I'm going to be saying that the
Granny
rest of my
has
life.
turned shit
My-
all
You know what?
now.
I would
She's
bet.
somewhere- somewhere
Hold on.
Granny
Granny,
is
stop
now.
listening the last time.
You know,
No.
I posted this. I'm changing the subject. I posted this morning about talking to my grandma, who's 92, almost
remember
93
that,
years old.
yeah.
I posted that this morning, and I'm telling you, she's turning, all sorts of colors right now.
You know what? I would
Yeah.
bet if we brought Grandma in here now, she would tell stories on you.
She was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Grandma is not blushing. You are.
My grandma's the only person in the world that's ever intimidated me. I couldn't sit across a table from her till I was in my 20s. I was scared.
Wow.
Really?
I was
That's a
always,
deep respect for family,
I
though.
love her
That's
to death,
good.
but I've always been like this hair. Oh, she hated this. She had scissors. We're cutting that shit off, But we're like, that's gone, But I love her
Where's
to
Grandma
death.
at?
Grandma's in Philly. We've had the same house since like 1959,
Wow.
and she is I would love to be married in that house, And
Have you ever been married?
never married? Thankfully.
No chillins?
I do have daughters. And by the way, my 18-year-old said she would be listening today.
And we're talking about Daddy's
Right,
penis.
Right. So I really needed to know that. I just realized that she,
Daughter's got a complex
She's
now.
throwing
yeah,
up
my,
now.
my
and
daughter,
realizing
my
how she
daughter,
got here.
she was like, "I'm coming out there to kick some ass." That's what my daughter was saying. Because my daughter grows up in the hood in Philly, so she's a good kid.
10 and
though.
a half fucking inches, and
I
you
said
thought
11
that
and 11 and a half.
And
So
you thought that static
Can
had a
we move
monster
on?
penis?
We're talking about
This is extra
my
monster.
daughter.
David, you
This
allow them to
is-
do this. I cannot rein them in.
sure you
So
can.
for those of you who are not
This is the
up
Loch
for
Ness
savvy,
fucking monster over here,
this
okay?
is the first time you've listened. If you're listening on Vegas All Night Radio, good on you. But if you'd like to watch and log in and actually chat with us, head over to SinCityBounty.com. We're right there on the front page, and then there's a little link where you can log in and chat with us. And then you can comment on
David.
David's monster penis.
Exactly.
That's 11 and a half inches.
No,
Okay.
that's 8.5 by 11. So that was
It's
11 inch size.
11. Hello.
That is a scary fucking penis.
So anyway,
Now let's talk girth now.
so
Look at him, he's
I-
busy
what's that?
texting.
I'm sorry. I was just letting my daughter know to tune it out right now.
To turn it off.
Like,
Stop listening. I'm going to talk about.
Past your
You were
bedtime.
worried about that other penis? What would you, what? Look at
I
this.
could not handle that. My own
We'd have a ni-
personal penis is the one that was purchased for my pleasure is half that size.
Purchased. Okay.
Yeah, my man bought me a dildo for when I'm not. When
You
I'm
know
not-
what? I think
Sarah
that
probably make a
See,
exit for
men
us
who
over
have
there.
penises this size like women with big fat asses because
do.
they can do it from behind and there's a longer distance
And we're
they-
happy.
and we don't feel like the damn dick's coming up our throats, okay? That's why that's when the big ass comes in handy, when somebody's got one of those.
That must be why I'm scared of it. I have no ass.
I have a big ass, I know.
All right.
So back to just your general likes about big girls. What are
Okay.
you, a boob guy?
I'm sorry. What was this?
Are you a boob guy or a butt guy?
Boob guy or a butt guy?
I started moving on to other things.
You trying to text grandma to turn off the phone?
Oh,
Get the picture back. So anyway,
no.
moving on.
You know when you show one of us girls and we
moving
share.
on. I love thick women. Yes. Can I have my phone
I
back,
can't
please?
look at him anymore.
Oh no, you can't have that
Is
phone
that-
back until I
phone
see it.
back.
Is that a banister or is that his?
That's
That's
a
his penis.
Granny.
That's the fucking table leg. Give me a break.
I'm sorry, I can't look. I gotta leave the room
I
now.
can look. I
Can
can
we
keep looking.
continue talking about what
Thick
am I talking
girls.
about?
Thick girls.
Thick girls.
girls,
What do you
thick
like?
girls.
Are you a boob guy or a butt guy?
How do we get it
I am
back?
so full of shit. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I am. I'm
your
a nice.
knee?
I'm a
I don't
nice,
think I could ride that because my
I
belly
am
button
such a
would hurt.
nice, innocent social service person.
You
You know,
are.
I am so
You
innocent.
do good work.
I
But you're
know,
also
I do
human.
amazing
But you know what? You
work.
get more volunteers when
I'm
women know how
trying
big your
now.
penis
No,
is.
I'm just kidding.
I can't stop looking at it
Well, stop.
because it does look like a fucking table leg. Oh, I let it go.
Thank you. Anyway,
Oh my god.
okay, now we can move on.
So I'm really,
Let's
I
talk
want to
about-
know, are you a boob guy or a butt guy?
I'm a boob guy.
You're a boob guy.
No, I want to
can't
ask.
help
I
it.
want to ask
Okay, my
kind of a
joke is
serious.
can I make a joke really quick?
Yes.
My joke was I'd rather have some big tits coming towards me than a big butt walking away from me.
Oh.
He's not looking, and I'm trying to.
Oh, I am looking. I'm like, oh wow. Anyway, continue.
I actually have kind of a serious question. You
Yes.
said when we asked you if you've ever been married, you said no, thankfully.
Well, because I
So-
haven't found the right woman.
Okay,
know?
so you would like to have a serious relationship with somebody?
it-
Maybe him and Biggest should have a conversation.
If she-
Biggest
but
recently
she
divorced.
she has to fit all the requirements. So.
Oh.
Oh, what are the requirements?
Biggest said, "Don't do
Okay.
it."
Intelligence, passion, romance, honesty.
Well, you better
moral-
move out of
He's got
town.
commitment
She has
issues
to,
like you.
she has to have
Got
big
to
tits.
list too long.
She has to have tits. She has to have a job. Would be a good start.
do that
She has to smell good and have teeth too.
And I would assume that there would have to be a
just-
sense of civic duty.
She has to have a sense of civic duty. She also has to not be convictions like like I got a DUI is a lot different than I just chopped up my last husband. I mean, it's a
There's
little bit of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference.
I
there.
got a
can handle
parking
that.
ticket
I
and
got
I
a parking
slaughtered
ticket.
4 people.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I can handle that, but I just haven't found the one per se.
And that's okay. There's nothing
You know?
wrong with
It's
that.
like- exactly. I mean,
And then I assume you have a case of condoms at home, Magnum
Okay.
size.
Are we back to that? I thought we were off the Magnum.
Well,
but they're-
we just want to make sure.
What's
you,
this?
you,
Magnum
I'm
cover.
sorry.
There's something too big for Magnum.
I know that because you're on our show, all the ladies that watch and listen to our show are going to
saying-
like, this guy is single and he's fucking hot, and
I'm
I'm
not
going to
hot,
get me
but-
some of that.
but
He
I
has a
do
huge dick.
and I do smell good and have teeth. Anyway.
So we want to assure those ladies that you practice safe sex and you're not
course.
looking for other baby mamas.
Exactly. I'm thankful of that. I don't have 8 kids floating around the country in different shapes and sizes. So I'm really happy with what I have.
So I do have a question.
Yes.
Is
I'm
there
sure you
such a
do.
thing as too big for a Magnum?
I think I've had situations where women looked at me and said, "You're not putting that thing inside of me," and and literally left me where I stood.
I'd say that.
Oh
You know,
my.
I've had that happen to me.
I would
Would you go to the
try.
bathroom down
No,
the hall?
not really. No.
I would try.
I just want to look at
Anyway,
it. I didn't tell you to try to
moving
fit it. I
on.
just want to look.
So,
That
yeah.
sounds like a man line. Just let me
You
look
know,
at it.
and I always
Yeah, I
take
mean,
pride that
just
when
let
I
me
give
look at it.
head,
I'm
when I give head, like I
you
can
know,
go deep, but I don't
really
know about
start-
all that now.
I'm starting to feel violated right now. I just want to.
Oh my God!
As you know, the peanut
Big Bigger just
gallery.
said you on the wrong
I am on the
show.
wrong show.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause
you know.
it looks like we got. Jesus Christ, you look so young.
Yeah.
You're next up to bat, by the way.
It looks like he's 12. and
He's
I-
a baby.
You don't even look old enough to get a tattoo, dude.
He doesn't even look like his penis is developed. Like, can you imagine it?
Stop it! Stop
I
it!
wasn't gonna go with the whole ball dropping thing.
have a picture in my phone.
Wow. Talk
You're
about
probably the
feeling
only-
violated.
You're probably I didn't do that. Well, I meant that he looked young, and we're talking about penis this fucking long, and this boy looks like he's 12.
He doesn't
I
know,
didn't
no.
mean to offend him. Did I offend you? Okay, thank you.
That's just such an insult.
It was
Don't
not-
wave
it wasn't
me away.
offended.
Your penis doesn't even look like it's developed yet.
Well, because look at him. He looks like he don't even shave.
That's what we say to Canadians.
You're not Canadian, are you? Okay, good, good, good.
Thank God.
I don't mean to offend anybody, but fuck you all.
She's such a whore. Is it time for our big break yet?
Yes.
No.
Uh-oh.
Almost. My alarm will go off here in a minute.
That's because I had sex this week.
So give us.
Oh.
So you. God, I don't even have any more questions anymore.
No. The picture kind of blew us out of the
I
water.
want to
Can
see
we
the
move
picture again.
on?
I'm afraid of Laura.
Oh, I want to see the
Martinez.
picture
You're
again.
afraid of it?
I'm a little. It scares me a little bit.
David, you
Hi, how are you?
you have been a great sport.
I have been a great. I can handle this. No blushing, no nothing.
That's a big fucking lie. You blushed. You blushed.
Woosah.
You know what? I just had an idea.
What's that?
You know, we were talking about events and stuff that we want to do for us. I think we should have a male strip night of guys that have been on our show.
Oh, I
You
think
guys
we
have
should
fun
too.
with that. Let me know how that
You
works
won't
out.
strip for us? You can leave your panties on.
My little skinny black
Did
ass
you
is
just
not playing no strip.
bigger strip? You strip, won't you, baby? For charity, for us. Hey,
it's for
Well,
charity.
yeah, he will. I'll volunteer him.
Free
you know?
drinks? He'd do it for free drinks.
I
got a bottle at the house.
I got a cup of coffee right here.
I'll even throw it a little. I'll even throw a little in the deal.
Wow.
So glad I moved the camera off you.
That's tips.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. No, that is just the tip, not tips.
Yeah, that is the tip.
Oh God. Although she will do multiple tips.
Oh my God, they just hold me out.
You hold yourself.
I'm sorry, Blanche, but you just put it out there.
Well,
Anyway, like how many dates do you already have set up for the winter weekend?
12 in one night.
David, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
for
on the
letting me come
show.
on.
You know what? I'm really hoping
I
that we can
appreciate it.
help build your SUT volunteership group, and I have a feeling that we'll probably be involved with a
Yeah,
lot
seriously.
of the
If
stuff.
you've got some, call us if you're short. You know, I got an
I have a
event. I
quick
need some people
question.
to work
Okay.
it. We're there.
Okay.
You mentioned that you had set curves. What's that about?
What we did was SUT decided to have a curves division. You know, I'm not sure much about it, but I hear it's doing well.
And what do they
They're
focus
going
on?
to do all sorts of stuff, outreach, modeling stuff. They're going to be doing, music.
We're there.
Yeah, they're going to be putting some stuff together, man. And they were also putting a newspaper out with me being an administrator, like
nice
a newspaper to read.
Well, I know next month you're going to be focusing on domestic
Yes, I am.
domestic violence awareness.
That's right.
And I think I have a guest lined up that's right along those lines. So maybe we can combine
I would
for
love that.
a more serious show where we don't talk about your penis.
Thank you.
As beautiful as it is.
Thank you.
We're going on a big
It's a
break.
black thing.
That's not true.
We're going on a break.
That's not true.
We're going on our big break. Stay tuned. During this break, we're going to play music from one of our favorite bands, Bypassing Oblivion, and the song is called Big Girls Rock.
Pretty kitty boo, watch out for those claws. She may have a pretty kitty boo, watch out for those claws.
Get connected to your audience with Endeavor Media Group. Find them online at emgnv.com.
Embrace your endeavors and take it to the limit with Endeavor Media Group. Visit them online at emgnv.com.
If you're looking to further your acting, modeling, or athletic career, contact Endeavor Media Group at emgnv.com.
Endeavor Media Group is a sports and entertainment PR firm connecting its clients with audiences everywhere through movies, television, radio, publications, websites, mobile applications, and special events. Visit emgnv.com.
EMG represents clients of all sizes and in a variety of industries. The firm works with companies, organizations, famous individuals, and political groups to advance their interests, manage communication-related matters, promote products and services, handle issues, and mitigate specific problems. Visit Endeavor Media Group online at emgnv.com. The Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City Radio Show is brought to you by VegasAllNetRadio.com, the final frontier of free speech. Get your own damn show. By SinCityBountyMedia.com, advertising for radio or on the web. Elegance in simplicity. By AntiqueLetters.com, for all your graphic, illustration, and hand calligraphy needs. By BBW Fan Fest 2013, July 26th, 27th, and 28th in fabulous Las Vegas. Visit the BBW Fan Fest on Facebook. By EMGNV.com. Connect with your audience. Contact Endeavor Media Group for all your public relations needs. And by BBWGirlTweet.com. Follow all your favorite BBW porn stars on Twitter.
Saturday nights from 7 to 10, it's The Chill Zone with your host, Randy M. Join Randy as he takes you through a journey of smooth electronic music and beyond. It's The Chill Zone with your host, Randy M. Every Saturday night from 7 to 10, only on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Join me for the Choice Radio Show on Fridays at 2 p.m. I'm Gwendolyn Smith, your host, who will guide you through the 1-hour experience. We will use the music of the Negro spirituals to remind us of our options in life. This music will guide us in coping with current emotional conditions. So meet me here at Vegas All Net Radio for an enlightening experience on Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. You choose.
One of my things this week was we were getting ready for bed. And I don't know about you girls, but when I take off all the clothes, I take off the bra and then I just start to rub on my body, especially under the breasts where it's sore from the bra being there for like ever. Now, and I'm just like rubbing myself, and Silent Mike, he's talking to me, and he's telling me about his day at work and the electrical this and the electrical that, and all of a sudden he just stops talking. And I'm like, honey, you can keep going with your story. I'm listening. And he goes, I just totally lost track of what I was thinking. And I'm like, oh, so I snatched up the covers off the bed and covered myself. It still took him like 5 minutes to recover.
And you covered yourself?
Well, so he could finish his story. He was telling
You really thought he was going to finish his
story about work. I wanted it to be nice.
Isn't she precious? She's precious. We were talking about this when Silent Mike and Cali Guy came over to move heavy furniture for me. Mm-hmm. And Cali Guy says, yeah, I lose 50 IQ points as soon as your bra comes off. So, that's right. And don't you fucking forget it.
Hello, may I help you?
Hello, can I ask you a few questions about the apartment you have on Park Street?
What was your name?
My name is Juan Hernandez.
It's been rented.
Oh, it's gone?
Hello?
Hello, my name is Sanjay Kumar. I am calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's not available.
It's not available, but I just now saw it in the paper.
May I help you?
Hi, my name is Tyrone Washington. I'm calling about a place to rent on Park Street.
No longer available.
It's not available now.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yes, hello. My name is Graham Wellington. I'm calling about the apartment for rent on Park Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, really? I'd love to make an appointment.
Housing discrimination is illegal. If you think you've been a victim because of your race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or family status, call 800-669-9777 or visit fairhousinglaw.org. Fair housing, it's not an option, it's the law. Brought to you by HUD, the Ad Council, and LCC-REF.
Hey you, this is Vince, here on the Talk with Vince show, where no subject is off the table. We'll explore the depths of your mind. Spirituality, we talk it. Enlightenment, we talk it. Politics, we talk that too. Ufology, you want it, you got it. Conspiracy facts, we're on it. Sex, we talk it. So join me every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. for Talk with Vince, here on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Talk that will blow your mind.
Hi,
Hi, this is Nick Brannigan.
And this is Ty Darian.
Is there a conspiracy on your health? Absolutely. You are a victim of mass programming from the health conspiracy, the big food companies, and their front groups in the government.
Learn how to successfully make changes that will last, leading you to a new life of health and vibrance that most will never experience.
Tune in to Health Conspiracy Radio on VegasAllNetRadio.com every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Choose not to be a victim. Energy, vibrance, and well-being awaits you. Break free from the health conspiracy. Join us Wednesday night at 8.
This program is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Net Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment.
The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable.
If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Watch out for Welcome back to part 2 of the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City. Find them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, watch their archives on YouTube. Here we go with the show.
Welcome back. You're listening to Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Mountain Dew bottle.
Mountain Dew bottles.
And I think we're talking too much cock for Wendy's.
Oh, well, we could talk for JJ, Wendy, if you want.
Yeah. But JJ, she
We
likes
could talk for JJ.
So in the chat room right now, we have the fabulous Desiree Divine, Diamond Dave,
Desiree,
DJ's Carpet,
Diamond.
Alexia, Ink Spot Stories, Vendetta, and Wendy O Neverland. And on the phone, I believe we have the fabulous Platinum Pussy.
Platinum.
Hello.
Yes, and Desiree Divine.
Hi, ladies. Are you on the upswing now? You no more flu bug?
We're finally kind of coming around. I'm at the very end of my ickiness.
You still sound a little stuffed up there, girl.
Yeah, I still got cough and sinus stuff, but
all right, what's going on with
I'm-
FanFest? We want all the good news on FanFest because, you know, we're counting ourselves down trying to get ourselves in order for FanFest.
And another award.
Yeah.
Or
So,
two.
how much money you need?
How much pussy does needs licking over there?
Oh, mine too. Ooh. So,
But she don't want no girl going down there.
right? No girls allowed.
No girl.
No girls allowed.
So
we finally got the BBW FanFest affiliate program up and running.
Yay!
So everybody, yay! It took me, since I had pneumonia, it took me a little longer to get it done. But it's finally up and running. Models can make up to 20% on every fan ticket, and everyone else, including you guys, only makes 15% on any sale. So just you can go to the bbwfanfest.com. There is a link at the very bottom that says become an affiliate. Or you can just go to bbwfanfest.com/affiliate. That's the affiliate page. And sign up to become an affiliate. I'm still working on banners, but people are more than welcome to make their own or make their own text links or whatever. You'll sign up, you'll get an affiliate code, and then you just promote. And since, the minimum package ticket sale is $149, so, I mean, it's anywhere between $20 and $30, on minimum every, sale. So it's a pretty good deal for anybody that wants to promote FanFest and make some extra money.
Oh, very
if
cool.
people are looking to come to FanFest, you can promote, earn money, pay your way to FanFest.
We'll be signing up for one of those. We'll be signing up for one of those affiliates with the new site. So.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, on the 2nd, which is next Saturday, February 2nd, Plush Nightclub has their party, and I'm doing a model search for Plumper Pal. So any girls that are looking to get into the BWE industry, come on down to Plush Nightclub. It's going to be at Wish, Las Vegas.
Now that's the BBW porn industry, correct?
Right.
Okay. We just need to make that known. So.
Yeah. Plumber Pass is one of the biggest, and actually for our industry, it is the biggest plus size porn site in the industry. And we're going to do, like I said, a model search for anybody that's looking to get into porn. Anybody that's just curious about it can come down and ask, any kind of questions or whatever. Or meet, there's going to be porn stars there, so anybody can come down and, meet girls and ask them questions.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things I really like about the BBW porn industry. Of all the girls that I've met, like you and Platinum, is that all of you ladies are willing to be mentors for anybody who wants to get into the business. And you're not unapproachable when it comes to young girls who are looking to get into the industry, which is really, really pretty awesome for you girls. I have to say, kudos to you girls for doing that.
Go porn.
Well, it's
Desiree just creamed her pants.
It's a big industry. It's a big industry, no pun intended. But there's enough room for everybody, to get their money and do what they do, and there's no reason. Like, I was lucky when I first got into the industry. I was mentored by some of the best people in the industry. And but there are a lot of girls that have no clue how to go about doing anything. So it's nice to have a little bit of guidance. Also, though, on the second at the Plush Nightclub, we're going to be celebrating Platinum's birthday. So
Sweet 16.
So make sure. Yeah,
for the third time.
She's 29 still.
And I'm the Pope. Kiss my ring.
I've been 29 for years.
Hey, your hair looks really good too. I didn't have it too much.
Thank you, honey. It's my Betty Boop hair tonight.
I like it.
Thank you, baby.
Here's Platinum. I'm actually going to be 38.
Liar.
For real.
She's like, for real.
I am. I'm going to be 38, and I'm proud of it.
That's a damn fine age.
I'm not just getting older. I'm getting better.
Seasoned.
She's like cheese.
Cheese?
She's older, stinkier, and tastier.
All right, ladies, now that we got the FanFest updates out of the way, what's been going on with your week? Give us your catch-ups. How many dates have you been on? How many cocks have you sucked?
We don't have anything really exciting to report. I don't, anyways. We just went to Red Label last night.
That's true.
And
You guys have been
we haven't really been out for a while.
Right.
So, Desiree, you broke any beds lately?
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay. Let us know, because that's important info.
Right. Nobody has wanted to come into this cave of contagion and deal with us being sick. However, when we went out last night, it seemed like people were extra piranha-ish. And there was, like, a couple guys that were completely like vultures. I mean, every time a girl walked by them, they were like, hi, you're so pretty, hi.
They
I was
were.
like, please
They
get away
were.
from me.
They were. I agree. They were.
And I had more people touch me last night than ever before.
I had guys grabbing my hand to make me dance with them.
I am like, who the fuck are you? And please stop touching me. I'm going to touch you
use a line or a catchphrase or anything?
No, they just grab you and go, you want to go to my room?
No, did anybody use a line or a catchphrase or anything?
No, they don't use lines. It's like
one guy actually would not get off my car. When I was leaving, he followed me out. There were two guys that followed me out when I was leaving. One guy was behind me. He was a complete douche. And one guy was in front of me. And I was like not trying to talk to either one of them. And I was trying to get the people that were with me in the car to hurry up and get in the car. I was like, in the car, get in, hurry up. And this guy like was leaning on the hood of my car, yelling at me. And
Wow.
I just have to drive off, and he's still like leaning on my car. I'm like,
Some of those guys at the club, I don't know if any of you have kids seen the movie Madagascar, where the hippo guy likes to be, the hippo likes to be, and he goes, she's trying to get him to say something nice about it. You so big. And I feel like when you go to that club sometimes, and that's exactly how the guys are like, hi, how are you? Oh, you so big.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's the only way they like you. That's how you feel about it.
They're all like,
I'm gonna ruin it for every guy out there. This is like the best line ever.
Okay.
All right, here
All
it
right.
goes. Girl, you smell good. Did you take a bath in rainbows and cupcakes?
Oh, no! Rainbows and cupcakes.
No.
And they fall for that shit, nigga!
No, I have a 10-year-old.
That's funny.
I actually had a guy say that to me last night, that I smelled good, and I was like, you were too close to me.
I see one of the guys try to dance on one of the girls' booty, and she just smacked him and tried to get away from him and left.
Oh wow!
I'm kind of glad that I was not up to going out last night, because I feel like I would have gotten into a fist fight.
Oh, you might have, because I had one guy grab me and I tried to do a little twirl to get away from me. Say, where are you going? And then I was like, I tried to do a twirl. DJ said, if you would have turned one more time, I was getting up. One more time.
I've been slapping some motherfuckers. God damn.
I swear they were like uber douchey last night. I was like, man, I just went to like every corner I could find to just avoid being.
It's like somebody sprayed a little extra douche.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was like a sprinkle of douche in here. And I was like, really? I mean, and, I was talking to this one guy finally, because he was probably the creepiest guy of the night. Like, I was standing by the wall talking to somebody else, and he walked into the red lady, and walked past me. But I think he was so sick that he was going to make eye contact. Right? But he made eye contact and did not break eye contact for a good 40 feet. So I was like, just looking at him like, okay, oh my God, this is creepy. And then, like, I just kind of avoided him and, like, didn't look at him again for a while. And then he, like, cornered me when I was trying to walk into the party room. And he's like, what's your name? I said, Desiree. He said, I'm LB. But it was loud, right? And so I thought he said LB. So I said, oh, LB? He said, no, LB. Don't get it twisted. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah. Was he the one with the slick back ponytail? Desiree, was he the one with the slick back ponytail?
No, he didn't have any hair except for a little, like, pedophile line mustache.
Oh,
what the fuck is that? Like,
it's Lester the
Molester.
Molester.
Pedophile in a black shirt.
No, what did you think about the one guy that the one white dude that was on the dance floor that kept had the blazer on with Chicago Cubs or whatever?
That was the guy with the blazer, the white guy bald.
He was hilarious.
He was the one that wouldn't get off the hood of my car.
Oh!
Got him.
He's the one that the one girl, he started dancing on her booty and she went pow and smacked him so he would let her go because he would let her booty go.
Sounded like he needed to be smacked.
There's a guy at a video of him dancing with a couple other girls, and he was like sitting girls in headlocks and shit.
Right. One of the girls tried to dance with him and try to be nice, and she ended up leaving. Another one like walked off, and she was like, "Look, tone it down, partner, tone it down," because he was all over the place. But he was having a ball.
So
that chord's pretty hot.
DJ says he's got. DJ says what? DJ says he's got a good line.
Yeah, the chord. Yeah, it was like the craziest night. Like I could not wait. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I was like, really?
Wow.
It was just. I mean,
that's not supposed to be the case. You're supposed to be having a good time when you go out.
There was a lot of guys there that are not usually there. There was a lot of men there last night.
It was like what it is? It's all the guys who don't have girlfriends who are trying to find Valentine's dates.
No, they break up with their girls before Valentine's Day, so they don't have to buy them a gift. Are you fucking nuts? And then they get back with them after.
That's
You damn right.
No, that's all men. See, I have all these men in the room agreeing with me. You break up a week before Valentine's Day, and you get back a week or two later, then you ain't got to buy no gifts.
I got like
But
Okay, I'm not going to throw the number out there, but there are too many girls out there
There's
right
not
now
usually a lot
that
of-
get a Valentine. Fuck that
You know,
shit. I
you
hate
tell
that
them. You know
Valentine's
what? You could use me as an excuse. You just fucking tell them all. Sweet Cheeks is my Valentine's. Fuck you all.
Day. There we go.
All right,
It's
there
official.
It is. It's official. You're my Valentine. You and whoever else.
But
wants
there's
to
not
see
usually a
her.
lot of white guys at Red Label. And the funny thing is that all the white guys that were on Red Label last night really let me down. I was like, oh, man. Because you had the one white guy with the white hair.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's seen him bending over doing a booty pop.
He was doing something on a part on the stage or whatever. I was like, what is he doing?
So wait a minute, sweetie. What do you prefer, the white guys or the black guys?
I don't have a preference. I like anybody that has a
Take
good
'em off.
personality and that can, hang with me. But
The problem is that usually at Vegas BBW clubs, that there's a distinct disadvantage for white dudes because it's all black dudes. There's
You
like
damn
two
Skippy.
white dudes.
Right.
And so when a lot of white dudes do
And I
show
think
up,
one
they're
of them
always
is gay.
creepy Lester the Molester guys.
Ugh.
They're always
That's
creepy
not
white
true.
guys. No,
That
that's
is not true.
A lot of them do look like Chester the fucking molester, and they're standing around watching all these big asses going,
panting,
and they're afraid to ask anybody to dance.
And the problem is
What
that
does he
they
disagree
stare.
with?
They do this creepy fucking stare. Like, they just stare at you like, I mean, it just gives you the creeps to your core. Like, please don't look at me, sir.
Please don't look at me like you're going to cut me open later.
That's like the one that grabbed me that was twirling me around and danced with him, and he kept trying to talk to me, and I was like, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. I kept saying to myself, I'm like, twirl one more time and I'm going to go.
Wow.
I mean, it's bad. I'm like, man, it was just disappointing. I don't understand why people can't just approach you like a normal human being. Like, I really hate it when I go, and I understand that what we do or whatever, people recognize us and they want to come up and talk to us and, whatever. But when I go out, I just want to go and hang out with my friends and have a good time and laugh. I don't want people constantly, like, bum rushing me and,
Here's
trying to talk to me.
This is Alexia. This is my philosophy on BBW nightclubs and why men act like a fool when they're at the nightclub. Because that's the way it is at a nightclub. If you go to Tao or if you go to any of those places, Pure, any of those places downtown, men act a fool all the time and women put themselves out there. You don't tell me that there weren't women that were squacking all over the dance floor or got the boobies hanging out like crazy because women want to act like they're easy, and then when a guy approaches them, they go, don't look at me, don't touch me, but you put yourself out there for that, okay? Because because it is a nightclub, and if you are a skinny girl or normal size, whatever, if you're a girl, and you go to a place where people are going to meet people and look at people and the way they are, that's how people act. And that's just the way it is.
I saw some tutors last night on the dance floor. I got
Desiree, if you went to the library, if you went to the library and picked up some Keats or Yeats or something off the shelf, I'll bet you you would get a better class of people talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to add that in the immortal words of Patrice O'Neal, it's like putting a honey-wrapped fish in front of a bear and telling them don't eat it. I just want to taste. That's all I want to do. I want to get some of you on my lips.
He just wants to sniff it.
But that's just what nightclubs
the honey
are.
part or the fish part.
Just wants to put the tip in.
Whichever.
Both, goddammit.
He's a bear, honey, and fish.
That goes for all ladies, though. That goes for every single lady that goes to any place where you're going to meet people. That's what you have to expect.
DJ wants to know if you mean the library down on 95 and Boulder Highway.
Any library.
That's what I thought she was talking. That is what I thought she was talking about at first.
The library.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's not the library anymore. It's like the library because the other lights are out. I drive by it all the time.
Nice.
Well, you know what's funny to me is that because I wear a lot of shirts that show my cleavage because I have big old cleavage.
Wonderful.
People are at the point now, it actually makes me chuckle, because they don't even wait until I get out of earshot before they start talking about me. It's like
damn, did you see
her? I get 4 steps away.
Now, Silent Mike is Action Thrashed is on chat, and he makes a really good point, Desiree. And this is just for you. When guys see you, you're like 7 feet tall, and your boobs go out like 3 feet in front of you. So, I mean, you are out there for the men to see.
I hope that 7-foot thing was an exaggeration.
No, she is a tall, beautiful.
In her heels.
I've never had that a day in my life. I am 6'3".
And look, the boobies are like right here, so they can't help but look at them.
And she wears heels.
Wait, and she's known for the booby bounce.
She's an Amazon BBW.
So if you're 7 feet tall, you're wearing heels. That
No,
makes me-
she's not 7 feet to start. She's 7 feet in her heels.
You're 7 feet in your heels.
How tall are you to
So
start?
I don't
with,
have to
Desiree?
go far down to be coochie height.
No.
No.
Good.
Who's like good?
Well, I'm only 6 feet, and heels I'm between like 6'3" and 6'5", but I don't wear them often because I don't have very good balance.
That's because her boobs are out here and she's falling forward. There's no balance. The heels don't work right.
I got a butt to counteract that, so I'm kind of good on that.
There you go, girl. There you go.
But you can't tell me if you've ever been in the same place that I've been. I stand out like a sore fucking thumb. I am like a brick shithouse.
Well,
like you could not.
Not only is it your physical attributes, but when women get when anybody gets closer, you have some of the most beautiful eyes in the world. And I mean, it's like you're looking into people's soul with them, and I can see why men fall in love instantly with you, because I fell in love instantly when
I just showed B Bigger your picture, and he said, "Va va fucking boom."
So
this is a
there's no way for you to be the demure wallflower that men aren't going to come on too strongly with, because you're a strong woman. They can tell just by your physical attributes, so they got to come on strong.
Okay, you guys have embarrassed Desiree since he gave me the phone. I will say, I was up there for a good portion of the night, and it was super packed. And I had one incident where Jacob from Flesh was up there, and he said, "I dare you to go talk to these guys." Now, they were sitting in this, couch on the corner the whole night, staring at people with empty beer bottles or whatever. So I went over there, and I was like, "Hey, what are you guys up to?" Whatever. So I fulfilled my dare. And they came up with the corniest line I have ever seen. They were like, "Is your ass really that fat? Can you turn around and show me?" And I was like, "Are you serious?"
No, I stuffed it to come to the club.
What the hell?
I was like, it was like, "Oh my God, go talk to the douchebags." And he was like, "Is it really that bad?" And I was like, "Oh, it's worse." I'm like,
you should have moaned their ass.
Is your ass that I'm looking at really that big? I don't believe my own eyes. Let me get a closer view. What the fuck?
Please put on my lap. I can walk around with a measuring tape.
I mean, shit, if you're going to go that far, you might as well say face. Just get it over with. Can you sit on my face, please?
No, she won't do that unless she gets paid for it.
Rock on.
And didn't we decide we were going to have euthanasia that way last week?
Yeah, it was going to be the Kevorkian titty killer.
Yeah, but the Kevorkian titty and ass.
Titties and ass face.
Do you have that video of me and Desiree's boobs on
you? on that?
No, not on my phone.
Sure, you can get in on that. We're going to have a club that does euthanasia, the Kevorkian boob crush death.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. We love you.
It's always a pleasure having you on the show. We'll get you in studio here in the new season, and we look forward to your Fan Fest update in 2 weeks.
Hey, Desiree, can I get your number too?
All right, love you, ladies.
Nice talking to you.
This is Innovations Found in Sin City on Vegas All Net Radio. We will be right back after this. Join us at the annual trade show where all your favorite adult BBW performers will be. BBW Fan Fest 2013, coming July 26th, 27th, and 28th here in fabulous Las Vegas. Find BBW Fan Fest on Facebook for more info.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That's the sound of On Wheels Now every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
If you like cars,
the smell of gasoline and rubber,
or just love motorsports and auto racing,
On Wheels Now is your inside look at local motorsports.
so don't miss the action.
We'll keep you in the loop with the latest local racing news.
We're race car drivers too, so join me, Michael,
and Mike, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Find us at onwheelsnow.com.
Hi, I'm DJ Tim Dope. Come join us every Saturday night at 6 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. EDT for my new show, Pure Dope Radio, here on Vegas All Net Radio. We'll be having fun addressing the issues with special guests each week. So I'll see you at 6 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. EDT, Saturday on the show, Pure Dope Radio on Vegas All Net Radio.
If you're looking to further your acting, modeling, or athletic career, contact Endeavor Media Group at emgnv.com.
Follow your favorite BBW porn stars on Twitter. Find them all at bbwgirltweet.com.
She got me in this room thinking I feel like shit. Now I'm barely breathing. I know I fucked up. Got caught cheating. It's all my fault. Now I'm hardly speaking. What can I do? What can I do to try to save the day? What can I say? What can I say to take the pain away? Don't know why I'm trying. There ain't no words. I remember now. Love fucking hurts.
Welcome back to the world-famous, award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com, where they like us in Japan.
Yes, they do. And Russia.
And Russia.
Russia.
We are known in Japan and Russia.
Yep. That's why we say world-famous, motherfuckers.
We are world-famous.
Hey, the two Vegas On Net Radio show commercials that you heard during our break was On Wheels Now, which is a local racing show, and Pure Dope Radio, which is with DJ Tim Dope, who's pretty cool. So you can check out some of those shows over on our Vegas On Net Radio page. We love our station. We love the shows.
Aren't the On Wheels Now guys the guys that are trying to get me into a race car?
Yes, we're
trying to get you into a race car.
Racing season starts in March, and
it has
we
been
are
a little
going
while.
to go do some. I'm gonna
rip it up.
The rest of us ladies gonna be pit girls, and
because our ass is too fast to get fat to get in the race car. No, that's not it. I would not crawl in that window because my ass will get stuck.
Yeah, but would you do 220 on the race
It all depends on what kind of they race trucks, not necessarily cars.
I'm there.
So
Can we sit in the back?
There's all kinds of racing. And you know, the racing sport has lots of women racers now.
They do. You're right.
And you know what? I'm gonna get together with those guys and get a female racer in
That would
here.
be great.
And we'll have her interview and let us know about the local racing. I remember the On Wheels Now guys were talking about some girl who got ran off the track by a guy driver. And man, he got tore up by everybody in the racing community because he intentionally ran her off the track. And that is not the point of racing unless you're doing demolition derby or something like that, which they were not.
Which would be fun too.
Yeah.
I can't. It's been a little while since I've torn it up on a racetrack. I would love to get back into a car. That would be pretty awesome.
I can't speed on the freaking freeway.
I can only
travel in the slow lane.
I can only
Oh, so you the motherfucker I'm honking at.
Hey, my ass is in the slow lane, so go around like you're supposed to.
See, I drive exactly the speed limit. I
do.
figure if I'm going to get a ticket, it's for something I cannot
You know,
control.
65 ain't bad when you're on the freeway.
I
If you're
can control.
If you're at least doing the speed limit, that's
Right,
fine.
I do.
Can't stand the motherfuckers that's doing like
45,
barely merging on, taking it sweet, slow ass time.
And he just pulls out in the fucking front of you. Doesn't even let you get past him. He just pulls out.
Oh man, I want one of them cop grills on my shit so bad, just so I
Just shove it aside.
wow, right up your ass.
We do not advocate demolition derby on the Las Vegas freeway.
I have, however,
I'm
seriously,
kidding, of course.
I have seriously considered getting one of those guns that has the suction cup darts on it and putting signs on these darts and shooting on people's windows like "Stop being an asshole" or "Use your fucking blinker."
That
or
rocks.
"Don't be a dickwad."
My dad said it was a good thing that he never owned a gun because he would have shot more than half of Vegas by now.
I can't have a CCW because if I had a gun in the car, I'd shoot every motherfucker on the freeway.
Let me tell you a quick story. I only started getting on the freeway just a few years ago.
Really?
I stopped.
Wow.
I used to get on the freeway all the time, but I was driving to a Kinko's or something like that to get some copies done, and I was on the 95 heading this way, and Coming at me on my side of the freeway was a car on its roof that had flipped over from the other side. It flipped over the median, and it was coming at us. Full speed. And when we finally stopped, it was a car length away. When we stopped it, it stopped. And there was gas pouring out of the car. This poor woman was locked. Thank God she had her seatbelt on, but she was locked in her seatbelt. Her stereo was blasting. And I think what had happened was she got clipped as somebody was trying to pass or go around her or weave in and out. And I see that kind of stuff happen all the time. So I hate getting on the freeway. I only do it because it's faster, or else it takes me an hour to get across town instead of a half hour and 20 minutes to get across town. And when I'm on there, I am one of the most guarded defensive drivers ever. So
I love the freeway.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. But I do have to say I have been pretty well distracted by all you ladies' nails. And Mama, darling, you know, you're fairly new to me, not to the show. So I do have to say you are such a cutie.
Isn't she? And she is the artist of all of our nails.
She does all our nails.
Get the fuck out of here.
She is the one that does our nails.
Wow. Because I've been looking at them like.
Did you see her
Did you see the spinners and everything?
Oh, wow.
And then the twisty?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
that's good.
she is our nail artist, all of us.
That's good. I know a lot of women out there
Hold
that
on. I bet you do.
don't have jobs where they have to type. Or just don't have jobs but can still afford getting their nails done.
So during some of our discussion with David and Bigga and the girls, I heard mention of a couple more videos getting up on the X Hamster, Mama. So let's give us some ketchup here.
We couldn't let the room go to waste. So I told you, I'm like,
that was the room we did our photo shoot in,
right? We were at the Quad, by the way, and just so you know, it's actually a really nice place.
Well, wait a minute. It was the Imperial Palace, and it's now the Quad. It is the Quad on the outside, but it is still the Imperial Palace on the end.
But you know, the Imperial Palace is one of the older hotel casinos here in town, and I expected the very old Vegas-y, you know, smells like cigarettes and booze, and it was actually a really nice room.
All I gotta say is, there was no way in hell you could ever say that there was a recession going on at that place Friday night.
No.
It
was packed.
It was packed. We had to wait in this huge long line to get into the room. And then when we left, did you see at 11 o'clock at night the line still for people to check in?
I didn't see 11 o'clock. I was in the room.
They were still lined up.
She was naked with her knees up in her ears, and
we all wanted to watch, but they wouldn't get started.
I know we were waiting and waiting.
I know we even had offers to film it, and you know, everything.
Help. All right, so you filmed 2 movies at the Quad?
It was actually it wasn't 2 per se. It ended up with the editing to be 2, I guess. I don't know what they look like because I don't watch the videos. I see the beginnings and I see some as I'm passing by. I don't know. That you'd have to ask DJ about. But now, so that makes my total up to 5, so I've almost fulfilled my contract. So
what is your contract? How many?
I think it's 5. I mean, no. Am I done? I think I might be done. If not, I only owe 1 more.
Rock on.
1 in the room Friday and 1 last night.
Oh, see, he did take one of you last night.
Well, so I didn't know.
That was an amaretto night last night.
At this point now, I should be very comfortable with just being a regular old porn star because every time I have sex, there's a camera,
a red light. DJ.
He's actually going to invest in another camera, so I'm sure there'll be more movies. I don't know.
Now, DJ, I know that you really like having those movies up there, but remember, we're talking. What are the hits up to now? 40,000.
Over 40,000.
Over 40,000.
Just the 3.
And at 50 cents. That's $20,000 fucking dollars.
You could have been making, motherfucker.
DJ, so stop posting them up on X Hamster and get together with Desiree and Platt.
Yeah, and get them up on Plumper Pass or on BBW Hunter.
Right. Or
40,500.
Or build your own website with a PayPal account. Come on now.
He just gave an update. 40,502.
That's $20,225 fucking dollars.
26.
26. Desiree, the guy in the corner by the door, his name is Graham.
Oh, Lord.
He's a music producer.
Graham.
Indeed.
Say hi, Graham.
Desiree's checking out the room. She goes, "Who's single? All of them that are black. All of them."
Indeed.
Yes, I think the 12-year-old is taken.
He's not 12.
He's not 12. He's 20. And
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
call
get to him
him
in a
the
minute.
kid, for God's sakes.
Aw.
Are you the token white guy?
He doesn't look creepy. He doesn't look
Are
creepy.
you the salt of the pepper bowl? No. I have been there. I know how you feel.
I like being the salt
Do
of the
you have
pepper
any more
bowl.
ketchup, Mama?
He is. It's true. Okay, it's not true. Tell him.
It's a respected.
Tell him.
Tell him what?
Tell him your nationality.
I'm actually half white, half Cuban. You would have never guessed that.
Wow.
Well, it's because you're all covered up.
Yeah, he's still blonde and white.
He's still blonde as fuck.
All right, Mama, you got any more ketchup?
No, I don't think so. I think that's about it.
That's about it. DJ, no more free clips, okay?
Enough of that.
No more.
Get paid.
You got those two that are getting ready to go up. I'm sure that's going to drive you over the 100,000 hit mark, which is $50,000 fucking dollars at half price sale.
Your ass could have had a second house in Hawaii.
I also heard in the midst of all the conversation about big penises and single black men, something about getting late this week.
My pipes are all clean, all working. The plumber came and did what he had to do.
Plumber?
Wow. No, not that plumber. Oh.
Wow.
A plumber.
Which plumber?
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, it's someone we know.
I
know who it is. I'm not telling them.
Yes, you are later.
Anyway,
I had a very, very nice time getting my pipes cleaned.
Nice.
But here's an interesting story. I have a gentleman fan who wants to sit at my feet while we're on the show on a dog leash and rub my feet while we're doing the show.
Let's do it.
When he comes to town, he's in California. But
okay.
Yeah.
Tell
and
him
then
to
he
come
asked if he
down.
could lick my pussy while he was under. And I said, I'm not sure the girls in the room would be, I don't know how that would work
We
on,
just can't-
on air.
We just can't film it.
Yeah.
But we could see how that works. He said if I pull his chain the right way, that he'll lick my pussy.
You and me
down
are
there.
trading spots that day. Because you're okay with the watching. I'm not okay with that. I'm going over there. Just tell me what button
It's
to push.
under the counter.
Yeah, but it's right here.
You don't gotta look. If he's right there,
I do. Look. It's like watching a train wreck. It's right fucking here.
You know what we'll do? You know what we'll
Just
do?
don't make any sudden movements.
You know
I'm
those
gonna put the
ladies?
plastic on the chair.
You know
No,
those
I'll do one of
ladies who
these.
breastfeed in public and they put a little blanket over so people don't get offended and see booby?
You
We'll
already
get you a
know.
little pussy-looking blanket.
Yeah, and then then what's gonna happen when I start making funny faces?
The camera will be trained on you all night long.
She'll make a little noise. Oh.
Oh God. Really? That's what you come up with?
Hey, no biting!
There we go.
No biting, you
That's
said?
what you straight
Oh, you like this?
conviction.
No.
Mama,
No, you have to go.
Mama,
No.
slap
Wait.
Little to the right. Little to the right. Right, don't stop. Don't stop. Oh, right there. Yeah.
And then, of course, our complaint is he'll stop and do something. I told you not to stop!
That fucking pisses me off. What did you stop for?
We do
Thought
that
you
shit
were
on
done. Well,
purpose.
you thought wrong.
We know you do that on purpose.
We do
You
that shit
fucking
on
thought
purpose.
wrong. Yeah, wait till I do it to you.
Oh well, hey.
Because I can.
Oh,
Because I can.
you know what? Okay, confession.
What's that?
Confession.
Yes.
Had the whole. I had, of course, girls, plenty of girls. Not plenty of girls. I sound like a big hoe. I am a big
You
hoe,
are a
but
big
either
hoe.
way.
Whatever.
That's
Blanchett?
me head, and I've never, ever, not ever, busted a nut.
Let me ask you a question about that, because I had
Busted
a guy
a nut
that I
where?
dated for a long time.
Getting head.
Okay, he lived out of town, but we see each other maybe 6 times a year. But it was the same thing, and he said it was because one of his very first girlfriends, every time that she would give him head, she would say, "You better not come in my mouth. You better not come in my mouth," and it was kind of a mental thing. And now
Fuck
he's
that.
gonna do it.
Hey, you tell me not to. I'm more inclined to do it. But here's the point.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just a lack of skill or stamina on some parts. Yeah, I'm talking to you. No. I don't know what the hell it is, but either way, it just, they get to it and then they either have to give up or I'm like, fucking stop and just lay there with your legs back and we'll make some shit happen. Like,
Do you want to?
one day, at least once.
Do you
in my
try?
life. I don't know
Would it
how I
require a
try.
lot of
Like, what,
hand
it's just
work before you
Yeah,
get to the
yeah,
mouth?
or hand work with the mouth. Would that
That's
help?
what my ketchup has to do with.
Hand work with the mouth. Would that help you?
Well, some of them.
You
like,
ain't never had me yet. That's a
have
problem.
like problems with that. Like, here's the fucked up part. It's either a tooth or a nail.
Well, you wouldn't need
Put it that
mama.
way. It's always
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what the fuck to do, and
Me
my
too.
nails never get
My
in the way.
nails get in the way, and my teeth do not
Take
get in the
that
way.
one.
Hello.
You
Teeth
seen the
always get in the
video.
way.
Look, you seen the video, and I had nails on. How about that?
They don't, Bigger. When a woman knows what the hell she's doing, the teeth don't never get in the way.
All right.
Unless you
Diamond
want them
Dave
to.
would like to request the last bra check of the season.
Oh,
so
I
I
gotta
think
go
it's bra
too.
time.
Me too.
Oh, look at the pretty bra!
Yay!
That's so pretty. Oh, I remember you wore that.
Titties.
Alexia, your turn.
Look, I wore a shirt.
Go for it.
She said I wore a shirt.
My
Look,
turn.
look, now she's like, now my
freckled
turn.
breast.
She got to show us all up. Say
Yeah,
the biggest
show
for
off the
last.
big
That's
fucking
right.
boobs
That's
are
the way it
big.
goes. Woo! She's not afraid to show her big belly too. So
No, not
Rock
me.
on.
I'll shake it on camera. I don't care.
I know it's.
I do
awesome.
too. I don't care.
It's
nothing about it.
awesome.
I'd
All
rather
right.
be
So,
naked than
anything
go-
else?
That's enough.
Okay.
She got her pipes cleaned.
So
I heard you were a pipe cleaner.
I was a pipe cleaner.
When you got home Friday night?
The man says to me, well, he doesn't say anything to me.
You know, every man in that room Friday night, 4 beautiful women, butt ass naked, bubbles, tubs, and pictures. You know, all of them motherfuckers went home and got some somewhere or handled it. That's all I got to say.
He So I was on my period.
Oh.
I've been on my cycle, and that's just something I don't do because I feel so dirty.
Me too.
Although there was the one time when he couldn't wait. So there is always that. So there's lots of showering and towels everywhere. Anyway, we have lube because I'm an older woman. So we have lube at the house, and he just picks up the lube and he just gives me the. And I'm like, you got it, baby. And so I told him, anytime you want this, morning, noon, night, I don't care. I'll do this anytime you want. I love doing that for him.
Giving head and stroking. Is that what you're
I
talking
love pleasuring the man without having to use my private parts if I don't need to. I mean, I like that part too. Don't get me wrong. Because there is usually it's that, you know, when they're inside of you and they come, sometimes it's just not the same as when it's all over the place and covering your arm or your boobs or parts of your body.
The headboard.
Well,
that's my story.
Yeah, that's your story. But
Oh, I've had
it's
that, yeah.
the actual visible knowing that they've
I gotcha.
accomplished what.
Now
you set out
I'm
do.
going to ask you a question because I know what I do. Now you're doing that, and the man, comes. Do you lick it up?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay. That's what I want to know.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, 'cause
Kinky.
You're a true woman.
That's not kinky. That's clean.
No,
That's
we
clean.
just. I'm just saying.
It's not kinky.
Well,
It's
Kinky,
kinky. It's
kinky.
good.
I do it because he's my man.
Right.
Yeah, Skippy.
You
Right,
know,
exactly.
And,
Yeah,
That's
and
like
I go
even-
slurping up stranger penis juice. That's just gross.
Stranger.
even though putting your mouth on a stranger's penis will still get you the same STDs as licking it up or
That's
not.
why you use a condom.
I ain't sucking no dick with a condom because you know what? That spermicide makes your lips and your tongue numb.
That's why you
they
use
have they have plain condoms.
Yeah, you can get unflavored. You should have it.
That's actually
I
kinda
don't
cool.
want
You
no
just
one
fit it
licking
further
my
down your
pussy
throat.
with a dental dam. I'm not licking their dick with a condom. Sorry.
No dental dam?
No.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, some
I
people
don't
that
blame you.
are, but yeah.
I like to feel the
There
wetness. I
are
don't
people
wanna, like,
that I've heard that there's you put a dental dam and women can get you can lick her pussy and not have a chance of STDs, but
Right.
you know what, I want some tongue.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
DJ
like it's wet behind this condom.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, DJ says that you just need to find the right woman that can do that for you because he never had one either until he met Mama.
I said you've never
Can I
met me.
Can I get some pound over here?
There you
Bam.
go.
Go,
she's
girl.
she's our very best cocksucker.
She is. Her first original video was cocksucking.
All three of them are cocksucking.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a stupid question. It's a piece of
Saran wrap.
well,
Basically.
it's basically a piece of rubber that is very thin, so you can still get all the sensation, but you don't have to make skin-to-skin contact with a
Kind of
vagina
like
when you eat it out.
female condom when you're
Sort
having
of.
oral sex.
It's a boring way to have sex.
It's a barrier
on
for
your tongue.
disease for women.
Yeah, it's so that you don't get herpes on your tongue when you're eating some dirty funk pussy.
I mean, I hate to say
Don't
boring,
eat
it's
no
like-
herpes-filled pussy, okay?
Well,
That's
yeah,
the
of course.
start. No, it's like a little
It's just
piece
like
of
a little
plastic
piece of
that
plastic.
goes
You just
right
put it
in
over
there.
the-
Drape it over there.
Drape it over and start licking away, brother. It's some plastic. How you like that?
Right there.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you gotta stay within the
Yeah,
boundaries.
Graham just said you got to stay within the boundaries.
Now, if she's got a pussy the size of a fist and can't stay within the boundaries, then you need to rethink your strategy.
Right.
That's where saran wrap comes in.
Retreat.
I'm sorry. You know what? I practice safe
I got big
sex,
fists.
and I definitely make my partners, because I have more than one sometimes, condoms. But oral sex, if I'm gonna die from oral sex, I'm just gonna die from oral.
You know,
sex.
granted, most
go, girl.
Yeah.
Granted, most STDs are curable with antibiotics right now.
Right.
Okay, and I mean all of them, syphilis, all of them, chlamydia, all of them. You just go down to your local health center and you can get treatment for it.
Except once you get the herp, you get the herp forever.
Right, and then
That shit
there's
comes back
HIV. Okay, now as much as STDs are curable, I am scared to death of STDs.
Oh
Don't blame me.
I don't want anything. I don't care if I can cure it or not. I don't want anything down there.
Even when I was
Now,
whoring
let
at my
me
whore and horiest, I have never tested positive for anything. I am actually one of the
either.
few people who can test negative for herpes.
I've never
Nice.
tested positive for anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, even to the last 6 months ago, I was tested for everything. But when you were sport fucking before you met Mike, did you only give head with a condom on?
I never gave. Oh yes, I only gave head with a condom on.
Yeah. And until I'd been with a guy for a while, and that only happened a couple
Well, I
of
am
times.
Blanche
Yeah.
then, I guess.
Well, you know what? Because pre-cum is just as contagious as cum.
And herpes
I
doesn't
thought you were
come
going to
from
say
the cum;
just
it comes from
slimy
the skin.
or salty or something like to that
no,
effect.
No, every guy
We're talking,
tastes
Banana-y in my
we're
case.
talking
Man tastes different.
STDs.
Yeah.
We're talking STDs.
They make flavored
Just fucking with you.
unlubricated condoms specifically for oral sexual use, so that you can get down there and they make them unflavored, so that you're not tasting rubber or anything or like strange.
I don't like that noise
Strawberry.
though. That
Yeah, exactly. You're right, Mama.
You know what? I would rather put up with the noise and the taste of rubber than having an STD.
You know what? Maybe,
You know what?
maybe
Strawberry flavored rubber is way better than the herp.
And just the chance. And I, you know, and maybe it's just an irrational fear. It's the chance of getting an STD that bothers me. That's one of the main reasons I'm monogamous, because I know.
Word.
You know.
That's right.
I have no problem with. And I don't, if you want to do the fooling around thing, if you want to do the swapping partners, you know, all you got to do is talk to me. But we're going to be very careful, and we're going to Costco, and we're buying the big box of 100 condoms, because that's what we did. Us
That's what we
girls,
did.
when we were sport fucking, we would go down to Walgreens or whatever, and we would buy the big box of condoms. We'd split the cost, and we'd split them up, and we're always going, dude, I left my condoms. You got any? Oh, yeah, hold on.
Please tell me you got magnums.
We got a variety pack.
Okay, good.
So we had a little bit of everything.
That's smart.
Wait, hold on.
That's
What
smart.
size are you first? Oh wait, I'm gonna go see if there's a small one from one of the girls. Hold on.
Can you give
What's
us
your shoe
a
size?
line mark?
What's your shoe size?
Well,
Okay,
wait, where's
I'll
the
put it to you
Mountain
this
Dew?
way.
We got a Mountain Dew bottle? Where's the Mountain Dew bottle?
Somebody find a Mountain Dew bottle.
No. I
I'll
asked
show you.
what was the question to ask? Is it a regular 20 ounce or 24 ounce, or is
Or
it
the
a 1
liter.
liter?
It's the 20.
24?
So how big is a 20 ounce?
It's a little bit shorter than that. Yeah, it's about 7-8 inches, right?
I think it's probably just a little bit more than that, but yeah. somewhere around there.
All right, so hold on a minute.
Still
Haven't
too big
measured
for
in a
me.
long time.
I think a Mountain Dew bottle is like 2.5 hands.
I like
So
tuna
like
cans.
about this?
So like right about this
I
tall.
folded it, bigger.
You know what
I
we
folded
need?
it.
We need to get we need to make a yardstick that has different penis lengths.
Names on it.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna start
Word.
measuring penis. in
Wow,
here.
I would, yeah.
That's our
Am-
goal
am I
for the
close?
fourth season.
I have a penis measurement named
All right.
after me.
Am I close?
So I have one more
That's fine.
catch-up that I can remember, and I told this story to the girls during Olga Straponovich. had a bad week this last week. She had to go to the hospital on Monday, and then she had to go to the hospital again because during the rare rain we have here in Vegas, she fell in her driveway and got a bruise all up her side.
Oh.
Now, we all know that Olga Stepanovich dates an ME, a medical examiner.
She's a kinky bitch.
Yes. And we've heard stories about him before. If you missed them, you can go catch our archives and get some of those stories because they're hilarious. Well, she's on the phone with him, making her dates for the weekend because she had a date this weekend. She wasn't gonna put it off just because she fell in her driveway. And she's talking to him on the phone, and he asks her how her week was, and she tells him it was horrible, and she's got this bruise all the way down her leg. And he says, in his German accent, "Bruises are so alluring."
Hey, that's my line.
That's funny.
Speaking of bruises, Mama, how's your ass feeling?
That's fine, but the one on my knee is like, it looks like a big heart.
Oh,
on my knee.
these children
Yes.
had to play towel
snap,
butt naked with towels.
butt naked. Yeah, chubby girl butt naked towel snap. They were playing.
I got Mama good on her ass and then again on her knee.
That sounds like it should be a sport.
Didn't
butt
she get
naked
you?
chubby girl towel
I
snap.
got you
Yeah.
once. Did you get any marks from that?
For a little while.
All right,
Yeah,
all
just
right,
one of my
Sierra.
knees is still there.
We know that Cali Guy is in California, so
Yes.
what have you been doing with yourself?
Nothing.
Masturbating.
Nothing. No, actually, I haven't even been doing that. I've been so tired. I haven't been sleeping well lately. I can't fall asleep, and then once I do get to sleep, I keep waking up. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning on like Tuesday or Wednesday, spazzed out because I thought it was 5:30 when I'm supposed to be up, running around, waking up the baby, and then I realize it's 1:30. I'm like, fuck, I go back to bed.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
And that's just the way it's been all week. So I've just been really tired the last few days. I'm really looking forward to my vacation because I really need.
That's right. You are leaving this weekend. This is
Yeah.
our one weekend off. Let's do a quick reminder. This is the last show
live show of the season.
of season 3. Next week will be a repeat of our first hour of all 3 seasons. And then we'll be back on February 10th with a brand new show, brand new website, brand new pictures, brand new everything. Except the host. We're all sick.
Maybe we should all get new hairdos and new hair colors for the new
I
season.
am getting my hair colored.
Well,
Nice.
I'm sorry. I got to stay a redhead because
Yeah, I
I
gotta
got to
stay
be
this.
sad.
I'm still going to be a brunette. I'm just going to have highlights.
Oh,
and-
cool.
No lights.
I would like to have like some purple shock from underneath. or
Oh,
something. I
yeah.
would love to do something crazy like
Do
that.
it.
So. I've always liked electric blue.
There you
so.
go to match your nails.
Oh yeah. My nails are blue today. And I wore
Uh-huh.
blue to match my nails. See, just for the show.
I didn't wear.
So, and you're gonna be gone.
Yes.
That was like perfect timing. I don't think you even planned that. I think it just happened that way.
Yeah, I think it did just happen that way. Yeah, I am going to California because it is Cali Guy's birthday next weekend, and so we'll be having a little party out there for him, and then we'll be driving back Monday.
And the rest of us girls will be at Plush Saturday night.
We will be at Plush.
For the Plush and Plumper Pass model search. So
and the
if-
reopening of Plush.
the
That's what I
reopening
should
of
do,
Plush.
huh? I should do Plumper Pass.
You can give it a try.
You
Or just
should.
get your own website.
Yep, get
You
your own
just-
clips.
well, you get your own website. The
$20,000.
thing is with your own
Half price
website,
sale.
you just got to keep promote. But it can be done.
You
I can help you.
I have my own personal
That's
promoter.
true. You do have a promoter.
You do.
And he promotes us on other sites as well.
Yes,
No,
he does.
He's
Yes,
such a
he
good
does.
fan.
I took a few pictures during the evening, and he made me send them to him so he could post them up on
Other sites.
Hamster. So, all right, we're gonna take our last break, and we'll be back with B Bigga and new artist Jay the Kid. The Kid, not the Kid. Stay up to date with your favorite BBW girls on Twitter. Go to bbwgirltweet.com to find all your favorite adult BBW entertainers.
Hey, this is Munch from the Geek Lounge. In case you haven't heard, the Geek Lounge is the one-stop shop for talk about all things anime, comics, manga, video games, movies, and everything geekdom. Tune in every Sunday at 4 on VegasAllNetRadio.com and geek out with us. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at The Geek Lounge and on Twitter, Geek_Lounge. Geeks, be thou for the people.
The honorific Smash debut album, Yay, is gonna make you wanna sing.
Just gotta sing to make the whole world ring.
It's like Just Gotta Say. Only in my dreams. It was only in my dreams. Suspicion. Suspicion torments my mind. Suspicion keeps us up. It must have been love. It must have been love. But it's over now. All that I want, now I'm living without. Must have been love. Yay is available for a special low price at Amazon, Rhapsody, Reverb Nation, iTunes, and at theHonorifics.com. TheHonorifics.com. Yay!
See the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City and your favorite BBW porn stars at BBW Fan Fest 2013, July 26th, 27th, and 28th at the Tuscany Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. For more information, go to BBW Fan Fest on Facebook.
Get connected to your audience with Endeavor Media Group. Find them online at emgnv.com.
Embrace your endeavors and take it to the limit with Endeavor Media Group. Visit them online at emgnv.com.
If you're looking to further your acting, modeling, or athletic career, contact Endeavor Media Group at emgnv.com.
Endeavor Media Group is a sports and entertainment PR firm connecting its clients with audiences everywhere through movies, television, radio, publications, websites, mobile applications, and special events. Visit emgnv.com.
EMG represents clients of all sizes and in a variety of industries. The firm works with companies, organizations, famous individuals, and political groups to advance their interests, manage communication-related matters, promote products and services, handle issues, and mitigate specific problems. Visit Endeavor Media Group online at emgnv.com.
Welcome back to the final stretch of the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. What a fun show we've had tonight, and we're not finished yet, folks.
McAfee is the condoms for USB.
That is such a nerd thing to say, but you go, girl.
You know, Be Bigger brought in some music, and the main computer that I was going to download it into would not take it, so I plugged it into my own computer, and McAfee took a Trojan off of it. Jay the kid over here said, I thought it was supposed to be a Magnum. And that's where I got it. But it's true.
This is Jay, as in J-A-Y, the kid?
Jaythakid.
Wait, the kid?
Jay the kid, 2 Ds.
Okay, you got to get a little bit closer to the mic, Jay.
And speak up a little. Aren't you a rapper?
Yes, I am a rapper.
Aren't you angry and loud?
No, I'm not angry.
Do you write music or do other people's music?
I write my own music.
Good. What kind of what's like you talk about love, you talk about violence, you talk about fat chicks' asses. What is it?
No violence.
Is this your girlfriend, by the way?
This is actually my fiance.
She is beautiful.
You can show him
That's
the ring. Go ahead, show him
the ring. Show us the ring.
That's pretty. Oh, wait. I can't get it on the camera. There we go. Woo, look at that. It's all sparkling.
She's beautiful. Look at her cheesing over there.
She is.
Permagrin.
And what's her name?
Joanna.
Joanna. Do you feel like you're the luckiest girl in the world, Joanna? I do. Does he write songs for you? Why does she have to ask you, Jay?
Right.
Before we got together, I wrote songs before that. So.
Oh, okay. Now that you're together, you don't think you have to write them anymore? Is that what it is?
No, it's not that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you.
I write them unintentionally about her sometimes. It just comes out.
She's like, is that about my booty? Look.
So you're 20.
I'm 20 years old.
How long have you been doing hip hop? How long have you been doing music?
Since I was 9 years old. Since the 4th grade. So.
Wow.
Yeah, long time.
So how long have you known Mr. Bigger and Mr. Graham?
I've only known them for about 2.5 years.
Okay. Wow, you were young though, getting going.
I was.
With them. You couldn't even go to the clubs they were playing in.
No, actually, they let me in to do my set, and then I'd have to either sneak behind Bigger's big ass, or I'd have to go out the back door. The bouncers, the bouncers would kick me out.
So, do we have some of Jay's music that we could listen to?
Yep, she's queuing it up.
Queuing it up. Okay.
So
This is a song called Flying High, some of his newest stuff, correct?
Yes.
Cricket.
Without ever leaving round now. Flying high, flying high, flying high. Yeah, flying high. Flying high, flying high, flying high. Flying high, flying high, flying high. Flying high, flying high, flying high. I came into this world not knowing a damn thing. No father figure in the picture, it's a damn shame. All I wanted to do was fly, but people held me down. They'd rather see you fucking die than get to wear the crown. That's why I walk around acting like it's all good. Keeping my friends and enemies closer like you all should. I understand the game, the reps, and the calls too. Differences, I got the basics and the balls too. Now I just need a roof. Show me where you shooting at. I'm pointing towards the sky. Fuck the ceiling and the roof. In fact, I'm trying to go farther. Fuck trying. I'm going harder than anyone in the game without the last name Carter. Carter as in Jay-Z, not Carter as in Baby. The only ones that's comparing to me, Nas, Andre, and Shady. Or Lupe on a good day when he stays away from lasers. And I definitely say J. Cole right after he gets a tape. For see, we gotta stay draped up. And that's rest in peace to Pip C. Rest in peace to Mr. Young. She'll forever be beastie. Big word up to CC, Bree G, and LC. I take the game myself if I don't get no help, and we'll see. I'll take it down and I'll conquer. Roll it up like some ganja. I'm skating on them, no sponsor. Watch me bang the world like a conga. See, this rhythm's all in my blood. I was meant to do this. Got people showing me love, but for that paper they'll turn Judas. I got Jesus all in my heart, Miss Yelvington on my mind. Got this burden all on my shoulders, but like I told her, I'll be fine. Miss Young and all in this grind. Treat the game like you treat a skateboard. Cause some things come with ease, other things you have to wait for. But that's life, like Frank said. Yeah, you passed, but you ain't dead. Hate the people that say they young when they know they wrong and they ain't yet. You ain't shit, you sound dumb, you sound old and I sound young. If I sounded like you sounded, I'd be dumbfounded and I just head home. Ichabod, you get no dome. Them hollows leave you headless. And I've got so much head, I could only fuck with flex fist. Doing it big like Texas, but doing it big from Vegas. Going national like Bryce did, and I posted waiting on the right pitch. And I'ma knock it out the park with it. Home run with my hometown. Kevin Hart from the start. Shit was about to go down when I went and dropped that first shit. You knew shit, some of my worst shit. You hate the fact that I'm first kid, and I love the fact that you're worthless. You don't know good stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I like that. I mentioned while we were off the air that your Cuban comes out when you rap.
Yeah, I have rhythm.
Yeah,
you
do.
I was born with
You
it.
do have rhythm. You've got a very mellow kind of vibe going on.
I'm a nice guy. That's why.
Well, I mean, you're talking about, some, growing up, with a deadbeat dad, basically, and it's a good beat, good sound, but you're very mellow with it. You're not all like angry Eminem about it.
Yeah, no.
Angry Eminem.
No, I actually grew up listening to Eminem, so he did all the anger for me. I don't need to be angry to get my point across. So.
That's good.
That's great.
Good.
That's great. So where can listeners go to find some of your music online? Is there a place to go?
Yeah, we actually have our website set up through these guys here. It's
NV Music.
NVmusic.com.
With the Q at the end.
You can do /JAY-KIDD.
Right.
Also, SoundCloud.com/JTheKid702. And
that's JAY the THA Kid KIDD 702, all one word.
Yes, and then you can also follow me on Twitter and /JAYTHAKIDD as well.
And so why did you deviate from the angry rapper path? Why are you more of the mellow rapper path? Is it to break
It's a new world of love and peace and acceptance and
I'm sitting on this tall ass chair, but I'm a small guy.
Yeah.
I'm 5'6". I don't have much to be mad about besides the fact that my dad left me when I was younger, but I just use that as a motivation rather than anger. It happened so long ago, so it's not a big deal to me anymore. I just put it in my music and let it go roll off the shoulders. So.
Nice.
How do you like collaborating? I know I can hear a lot of other sounds and voices, and I know that. Do you do all your own stuff, or are you collaborating a lot?
I collaborate with Big a lot, but also a lot of people in Vegas. I love reaching out to other local people. I also do songs with people from California. They just send me their stuff via email and do what I can do with it.
So do you do any beats? Do you
No,
drop any
I-
beats at all? Or you just a vocalist?
No, I just write my own material. I mean, I have my own team of producers out there. Big actually makes beats in his spare time, so.
Oh, that's cool.
In his spare time, yeah.
Now,
when he's not measuring his penis.
like we said.
Wow.
Like we said at the beginning, you're 20 years old. So are you playing live? I mean, are you able to do gigs or anything like that?
Yes, I mean I've performed just about everywhere downtown here at the what was it LVS, the Las Vegas Country Saloon. I don't like to be all out. When I was younger, it's funny for me to say younger, but when I was 16,
Yeah,
17,
kinda.
I was all over Vegas doing everything.
Nice.
Now we're trying to push tours and get out of here.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Get out of here, get out of here to bigger and better things.
No, I'm talking to one of my people I've been doing music with for a long time. He's one of my engineers. We're trying to set up a college tour, start at UNLV, and hit the whole West.
Very
So-
cool.
That's cool.
Very
Do
good.
you have any social media that people can come and check your stuff out too, like Facebook or Twitter or anything?
Yeah, I have both Facebook and Twitter. Same thing as JayThaKidd.
Okay.
So if we
Very
just Google
cool.
Jay the Kid, we'll find all your shit.
Yeah, you'll have about 3 pages. So I
Nice.
mean, there's other people that try to claim the name, but I mean, I've been doing it for so long. You're not gonna find anything but my white face on there. So.
Now, how does your girl feel about you doing the tour thing? I mean, is she gonna go with you? You gonna take her? Or?
It depends on where she really likes California. That's her hometown, so she'll be there every time. But
Now is she gonna be able to handle all the groupies and
she's got
women throwing their underwear at you?
Well, you've been doing this a while, so you've probably already got some groupies, right?
yeah, but she's gotten through it this far. I mean, starting out was the worst part. I mean, she knows that I love her. She loves me.
Will you mess a bitch up if they mess with your man? Hell yeah.
Like, I'll drop my skinny little bows all over the goddamn place. Fuck a bitch up. The pointier the elbow, the more damage it does. This I have learned by watching Ultimate Fighter.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in, Jay. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And I know that Bigga and Graham will be bringing in more of the artists from nvmusic.com. Go check out Be Bigga there, Jay the Kid there, and the several other artists that they have there.
Do you have some albums out? Do you have anything new coming out?
I'm working on a solo project. It's gonna be an EP. It's called Solitary Confinement. I'm about three tracks done, so I'm shooting for 12 to 15. The last couple projects have been 15. This last one was 10.
Nice.
Good job. Good luck.
Thank you.
When you get it done, come see us and we'll play some tracks.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about you. Now, can we talk about Dew Bottle?
Yes, now we can talk about Bigga's Mountain Dew bottle. Let me have the bottle, Bigga. Let's put it on the camera.
Bigga brought in the Mountain Dew bottle.
Here.
And she
Intentional.
You're a lying sack
All
of
I saw
shit.
was Mountain Dew, and I was like, I lost.
I want you
there
to
was
say-
Pepsi in that machine too.
I want you to see
Just
that
saying.
this was my guess on the size of Mr. Bigga's private part, and I was so I want you all to see, this is Bigga, this is David. Bigga.
No, he said 11 and a half.
Oh, wait,
David
David's
said
half.
11 and a
David's
half.
actually a half an inch longer than
like
this.
Now this is what I love.
Dave.
This is what I love. That it took Jay the Kid, the white kid, to point out that the measurement is white. The irony is that the measurement is white.
Yes, that is very ironic.
Well,
is
I don't
hilarious.
think we've ever
What's
had
hilarious-
two well-endowed black men with dreads in our studio before.
Well, we
At one
can
time,
cross
you're
that one
probably
off
right.
of our
Is
fucking
that
bucket list.
That is our bucket list.
That's off the bucket list.
That's off the bucket list.
Right
Although
on.
now we got to get them to pull it out so that Sweet Cheeks can physically examine them.
So I can measure them. I want to see if they're telling the truth.
And I can run screaming from the room in fear of large black penis.
David said it's
Word.
past his bedtime. He's lying to get out of dates and shit.
Time.
Yeah, but that's
You got a bedtime for
Hang out with you ladies. I need tequila now.
I know, right?
Yes,
Sweet
you-
Cheeks has some in her purse.
Oh,
shit.
I want to. You know what? We
Not
have to.
allowed.
We have to give a big shout out to our photographer,
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Big E. I don't know if we begged and begged and begged for Big E to come do our photo shoot, because if you've I know a lot of our listeners know Big E, especially you local people, because he's been at the clubs and he just takes pictures because he likes to take pictures. But if you ever see yourself in a Curve Media picture, you look fabulous.
Yeah.
I look fabulous in a biggest
Big E Scott.
Big E Scott picture.
There we
Curve
go.
Media picture. And so we plied him with alcohol and food
And naked women.
and
naked women.
boobs. Well, that's what he does. I mean,
And
he
bubble
does
baths.
specialize in that.
Bubble
Yeah,
bath.
but not us. We
Right.
hadn't done us.
That's
naked.
true. He did
Just
say it was kind
He
of a
did-
pleasure seeing you naked tonight.
He did actually get to straddle us all at some point.
Yes,
he
he did
did.
straddle us.
But he was the consummate professional
Oh,
during the
I
entire
have
shoot.
to tell you guys something though. I was laughing my ass off when we were getting all of our shit together to leave, and I look up in the mirror, the one that's above the bed.
Yeah, there was a mirror above the bed, y'all.
Yes,
And
and
the
there's
tub.
a big ass handprint. This E's handprint is on the fucking
Oh, so
mirror.
he was standing on
So
the
I'm
bed.
like, one of these maids is gonna be pissed the fuck off that she's gotta clean that mirror, and then she's gonna be wondering how the fuck did a handprint get way the fuck up there. That's all I have to say about that.
Nice.
That's good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I didn't notice. Did the gentleman in the room have any chubbies Friday night?
I don't know.
I'm
I
sure
don't
they
either.
did.
I like to notice. I like to watch him adjusting.
we had a really good time. But anyway, as I was saying, Curve Media Inc. is your place to get pictures. I know that some of our listeners have already used Big E as their photographer, and those pictures are fabulous. Our pictures are fabulous, and I cannot talk highly enough about the quality of work that Curve Media Inc. puts out. So
Yes,
if
we're
you
very
need,
excited to see. Our
if you need
performance.
headshots, if you need body shots, if you just want some good pictures where you look good and feel good about your pictures, because I hate taking pictures. I don't think I look good in pictures. But anything he takes a picture of, whenever he takes a picture of me, I always like him. So.
That's what I was telling DJ. I was looking at
That's right.
one of the pictures when he was like straddling us, as you guys say, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, damn, I look cute. Like, I can't wait for that picture to come out.
But how funny! Wait. The funniest thing that one of the funniest parts is that we don't have on camera is that before we got into the tub naked, we all actually got into the tub with our clothes on,
Dry
with
run.
no water, to make sure all of our 4 fat asses could get in this tub before we put water in it.
Oh, and then because my belly, and all you ladies got to see my big Buddha belly, right?
It's a beautiful
It is a
belly.
I
beautiful
know, but
belly.
it's a Buddha belly, and that's why I can't reach my toes to cut my own toenails. I have to go get them done.
Very bendy.
Right?
Aw.
She's
not
not bendy.
So I get in the tub, and because you have to sit at a certain angle, my belly won't let me sit that way, so I'm sliding the
Well, that's because the bubble bath was so slippery
That
too
too.
in the bottom.
That too.
But the funny part was us all getting out of the wet, slippery tub one at a time.
No.
I rolled out.
The funny part is us having her wedged between the two of us to
Right,
keep
yeah,
her
yeah.
up.
We figured she didn't have much of an ass, but Mom and I have enough ass to make up for her ass. So we tried to wedge her in so she wouldn't
did.
slide in
They
the little
did.
tub
They
so we
did.
could take
It
the
But
photos.
it didn't help because every time somebody laughed, everybody slid one way or the other.
Oh, wow.
And because we were naked in a bathtub with bubbles, we were laughing the entire fucking time.
That's right.
It was hilarious.
It was so much
had a
fun.
blast.
It was fun. It was fun.
And then I know we're gonna have. I know I want to do a spring or summer photo shoot, and hopefully that'll be at a pool.
If we're gonna do spring or summer, well, I think we should do a photo shoot when we go do the race thing.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should have big.
Well, we're gonna have pictures
We're gonna
anyway.
have pictures for the archive
For the archives, right. But I'm thinking a photo shoot because I'd like to do some with football jerseys for the football season.
Oh, that'd be
The
fun.
start of the
Well,
football
some-
season.
Only jerseys.
Some
Just the
fan,
jersey?
well then some fan needs to
Jerseys and
send
underwear.
me a jersey
Okay.
of their favorite football team
There you
because I
go.
don't have one, and it needs to be big and
Super
big and big. So
Like
any fan,
linebacker size.
any fan out there, send me a football jersey. Love you all.
Actually, that's an idea. For those of you who are fans of ours and live in other states, if you would like to see us in your favorite football jersey
on
for
our website.
football season on our website, send us a jersey. Doesn't matter. You could go any size because we range in size from XXX on up. one of us will wear your jersey in the photo shoot.
Or they'll send it to a particular.
Yeah, or send it to a
Like
particular.
we
one.
know Miss Irma likes the Steelers.
That's right.
She's
Right.
stealing.
I like.
I have my own jersey. Thank you very much.
I like whoever I got a bet on. Okay.
Mama, who's your team?
I don't really have one. We do more MMA than we do football anything, but I'm just thinking
That's true.
jersey and panties would be really cute. So whatever
Sure.
they think.
I need a jersey, fans.
I'm a Cowboys girl.
Okay, I don't care.
I am a
A
Cowboys.
cowgirl indeed.
I am. Yes.
Ride 'em cowboy, but I don't know, man.
Oh
Belly
God.
button stuff.
You
right
could
there.
ride really good. Your belly button might hurt for a while, but it'd still be a good ride.
It would
You
be
really
a
feel it in your belly button?
Oh, like when you're riding and your cervix pushes up. Oh yeah, you can.
So they
when
meant
you're
that.
with somebody that's really
Yes,
good.
they meant it.
Yeah, they meant it.
I was just like, oh, shut the fuck up.
If
Stop
it's
playing.
too big,
Stop.
if it's too big, I just gotta go. Let me put my ass into air. Let's take care of it that way.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Mama's getting pretty obsessed. I agree with you, DJ. Mama's getting obsessed with walking around in nothing but her panties.
She
Whatever.
was.
I don't care.
Make it do what it
We
do.
could probably do that on the show one night. We just have to.
We just sit
Be
around. We'd
naked?
have to put up like Koji does on his show. Put paper up in the window.
Right. We just
So
put
people can't see
a
him.
graphic screen up there.
I've said 100 times I'll just show naked. I don't fucking care.
Well, you
Well,
can't.
we can't do
because
it
we
naked.
stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could
Yeah.
probably just sit around in our bras and panties. Oh, that'd probably be
Now,
acceptable.
if the Playboy or Hustler channel want to pick us up and let us do our show on their network, then that might be a whole other story.
Well, hello, hello. Anybody listening want to send us to
Hit,
Playboy?
hit, wink, wink.
Hello. Is this thing on? Hello. You know that pisses guys off when
What?
they say that to blow them and you do like this. You know, like pretend like it's
Wait
a
a minute.
microphone.
Well, yeah,
Do
that
you
would
do
definitely.
Do you do that?
Of course I do.
Oh
I
God.
think it would be akin to motorboating his balls.
yeah.
I just heard the clip, by the way.
Yeah,
Really?
that's a great clip.
You want your balls motorboated, bigger?
Fuck no. Well, I put it to you this way. I'm a very ticklish individual. So
Your balls are off.
Do you like your balls played with at all?
I mean,
Gently.
You got.
He doesn't know yet because he
No,
doesn't
no.
have the right blowjob or nothing.
Well, I haven't had the right blowjob, but I can tell you that it does take a certain. You got to have a special touch, a feel to be able to play with my balls.
Okay, can I ask
correctly.
something like kind of racially thing? Okay, now, what did you do? Oh, did you touch him like
I
this?
said a special touch and I did like.
You're fucking awesome.
Seriously, now let me ask you this, Mr. Bigger, because I heard, just like there's all these rumors about the size of black men's penises.
Right,
Which it seems to be
aren't
true,
all true.
except in the one black dude I did.
No, I've been with a couple
Well,
of
you need
black
to go
men
on
that
ahead and
need
make
some
it too.
help. No. Okay. Is it true that black women are not fond of giving head as much
No.
as white women? They
David's
just don't
gotta-
talk
David's
about it,
got a
right?
comment
That's
on
not
that.
true.
David,
That-
come
no.
give a
He was
comment.
That's
like,
not true.
ooh, ooh.
Okay. It is definitely true. I'm sorry.
Who have you been fucking with?
Wait. He's a back east.
Well,
He's a back
considering-
east guy.
Considering I like thick white women, but that's just me. But
And every other black guy stereotype.
Exactly. But
And I'm not complaining, okay?
Okay. No complaints. Okay.
So that is true. You
I
say
feel
it
like
is
it's
true.
I feel like it's true.
Okay.
That's why he likes big white women, because they get head.
That's right.
I like big women, period, because big women actually,
We have oral fixations.
y'all give the best head
Yes, they do.
on the face of the planet. I mean, like the best head I've ever had. And
Obviously, you haven't had the best yet.
I don't not the best, but I mean the best I've ever had.
They're a little bit more
You know.
open.
You still haven't come yet, though, so it's not the
No,
best.
but you know what though? They always tell me, "Oh, I've had no complaints." I'm like, you must be full of shit because I'm putting one in the box now.
In defense of the women, in defense of the women, in defense of these women who are trying to suck your cock and make you come. Who is going to complain when a mouth is wrapped around their cock? Really?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that
There
you
is
know,
such a thing as a bad blowjob,
Jackers
isn't there?
isn't-
There's a
oh,
bad.
yes.
See, there is bad blowjob.
I haven't had too many bad ones. I just they just
You get over it.
I've had some that haven't
Weren't all that good.
completed.
David?
I've had some bad ones. Okay, because they feel like they have to reinvent the wheel. Okay. Okay.
Wrap your lips around it and move it up and down.
I
Good
don't
point.
think I know what I'm doing. Maybe I need to consult a book. So I've had that happen. to me,
Okay.
Okay. I mean, serious business.
Oh, question for the Peanut Gallery.
Come on up here.
Have you had a Hispanic
I'm
girl?
sorry. With all due respect,
I-
Hispanic women are absolutely beyond beautiful, personally, for me. And I will say this right now, and I will say they're amazing in bed. Okay. You know, but if they keep their mouths, because Hispanic women will fuck you up. Okay. All right. Okay. So
This is
if
so
you
true.
get
We have
past
a friend
that
who
part,
has
it's
scars on
okay.
his face from a Hispanic
Exactly.
woman.
I will be. You know, listen.
I've had a wonderful Puerto Rican girl. Well, and she
Clear up
was
until she wanted to stab
decently
you.
freaky, a little lazy in bed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give the whole critique, okay? But yeah, could have been good.
Wow.
We're getting
This
at the
is
end
a
of the
great show.
Yeah, we need to go another hour.
No, we are not going another
No,
hour.
we're not. We're
but
not.
we are
Let's
done for the
talk and
season.
talk, suck
We're
in.
done for the season. And yes, Wendy, we did it just for you because her Niners are in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes, we
But
planned our
we'll be back
entire
the 10th.
season around Wendy's
We'll be back the 10th. Brand new show, brand new commercials,
season.
brand new everything.
You got it.
I'm not gonna have any material to masturbate for at least a week. That sucks.
You'll
Call
get
me.
over it.
Okay.
We have archives. Yes, go watch our archives either on Ustream or on YouTube to watch. Brush out last. Oh yeah, sure.
Let's brush out of the seat. Let's do our send off showing our bras.
Big dip.
All right, we'll be back. Don't leave us. Don't leave us hanging. We'll be back.
We promise.
This is Alexia,
Mama,
Sweet cheeks.
And Sierra wishing you all a good night. And remember,
fuck often. The Curvaceous Bounty